He did it to fool Lloyd Braun. It's true. Yes, I guess I am becoming a Pikachu. It's true. And Space Robot Arm, hello. How are you doing? What's going on, my friend? Man, check out that Tomberry. He's nefarious. He is up to no good. He's ready to stab. I think so. Okay, right. We're pressing load. 2302. Yeah, that's got to be the run. Right, because I just put myself on the new Ansel path, and we're going to walk down the new Ansel path to find the monster. So we've got, okay, so we have a few extra quests here we got to do before we continue on the main story up in Ravenue Village. And one of them's escort this guy. But where this guy wants to be escorted is near our destination, so we're not going to do that one right away. We're going to do the new Ansel Path monster because it's kind of in the opposite direction. And in this game, all these little side quests are timed. Like, you can run out of time to do them. So I always try to get them done before we proceed with the story. Unless the game, like, blocks you, then I wait until, whatever. Space Robot Arm, he looks like he wants to stab someone. Yes, he does. It's a problem, but one that I think we can all handle. Mr. Johnny Ringo, I do love Seinfeld. Another reason to see the notorious New York City. New York City. Kisnato. Plus there is secret quests. You hate those. I talked to every single character, so I hope I don't miss the secret quests. But like I said, we're doing our very best here, and if we miss something, we miss something. But we're gonna just go for a mostly good attempt.
Oh, are we done already?
Sometimes the secret quests are basically talk to that NPC at that specific time. Yes, OMG, there is a so to get all of the books, sometimes.
Who's that Pokemon?
Oh my gosh.
Panda eat panda nux plus panda hype love you ooh.
I love you ooh. Wow, it sounds like she tried to sing there. Trash Kitty, how are you doing, my friend? What's going on? What's on the up and up? We need to schedule our next Ace Attorney session, my friend. Oh my gosh. I'm just thinking about when we were messaging each other today, and I just thought of the goats again. And I'm lying on the cold, hard ground. Trouble, trouble, trouble. I hope you appreciated my own personal rendition of the Goat Scream Taylor Swift song. I do too, Kisnato. There's one particular one where in Trails of the Crossbell ones, and Trails from Zero, the game puts you in a dungeon, and so but you have to leave the dungeon, and nobody else has anything different, but there's one character who will give you the book in that very specific time frame. If you finish the dungeon, it's too late. The rain is on the up and up. It sure is. Love it. Yeah, 10 out of 10 listened again. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Trash Kitty. I hope I can win a Grammy for that one. I'm glad you appreciate it, because it was all for you. Space Robot Arm, I just found out something cool. What is that? What is cool that you found out? Guess not 100% Trails Without a Guide is a nightmare. I think the newer games actually got rid of a lot of that stuff. I mean, there's definitely still missable quests, but I feel like I 100%ed Trails of Cold Steel 4 with no real assistance. I did it pretty easy. Space Robot Arm, a physical copy of Signalis is coming out. Have you heard about that game? I sure have. It's actually pretty high on my to play list. It's on Game Pass, so that's probably how I'll play it. But as is the old, so in order to make myself not go crazy and or broke, if a game was originally a digital only release, I don't need the physical copy. So I will probably play Signalis as a very digital game. But that's my rule. My rule so that I don't go insane, because getting those physical copies can be a real pain sometimes. Hello, Enchilada. How are you doing? What's going on? What's on the up and up?
18 months swing. Too many more, my friend.
What the heck sound was that? Text to speech for a wahoo. Hey, Jake, thank you so much for those bits. Oh my goodness, thank you so much for starting the hype train. We haven't had a hype train in a little while. It's fun. Choo choo, buckaroo. That's what they say. That's the saying. Enchilada, busy week this week. Interview Friday, some things tomorrow, and Sunday with Neko. What are you and Neko gonna get up to on Sunday?
Choo choo, buckaroo.
Thank you, Trash Kitty. Choo choo, buckaroo. Oh, Brig, thank you so much.
Have some pennies.
I appreciate that. Are those pennies for all those great heals I've given you in those raids, in those dungeons? Space Robot Arm, I go digital if it's a game I'm on the fence about, and digital is a lot cheaper. Fair. I usually want to play something right away. So, for instance, like Hades, you know, I couldn't have waited for it to come out digitally. Trash Kitty, thank you for the Choo Choo Buckaroo, by the way. Like, not even just thank you for those 300 bits, but the Choo Choo Buckaroo. I mean, I needed someone to live up to that one. Hey, calm down that panda. I can't. There's no calming me down. I've lost it. You had to. Thank you.
Mr. Cage, can we have your autograph?
All right. So, you're twins.
No. We're triplets.
Triplets? I'm on my way. Pachinko makers.
There we go. Great. That was there you go. That was a really good Nick Cage one. Thank you so much for those bits, Jake. Holy guacamole. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Trash Kitty. Thank you so much, Jake, for those bits. And what a banger of a Nick Cage Japanese ad that one was. Space Road Arm, thank you for enlightening with us with that, Jake. Right? Holy. Those ads, I sometimes forget they're there, and then they pop up, and I'm like, oh. Oh my god. Heatender, thank you so much for the hydrate. Ding. Oh, that was a good hydrate.
That's that then. Let's move out.
It was just really good water, folks. All right, so we're currently walking back this way? Yes. Wait, what? What's over there? Oh, Bose. Yeah, no, back this way. Yeehaw. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone, for the bits and the subs and the hype train. It really means a lot to me. Okay, craft. I'm thinking about doing some different things, by the way, for like subs and like just a rewards for being a sub and that kind of stuff. Trying to think of like not necessarily low effort, but more passive benefits that would be fun, like maybe like weekly movie nights or something like that. Trying to think of ways to keep things fun. You know how it goes. But while also like worth being a sub, you know what I mean? Other than just not getting ads and also getting the cool emotes. Listen, I know the emotes are 3,000% worth it. They are all top quality, top notch emotes. I won't hear otherwise. Yeah, see? Check those out. Hey, Blake Cabell, thank you so much for following. Welcome on into the Pando party. Wow. Estelle is confused. Typical. How you doing? What's going on? What is on the up and up? So the music's a real jam, you know? Oh, I should be checking what that weakness is even. I'm just like sending fireballs at this gaffer here. Oh, I just threw a Kleenex directly on the floor. I'm disgusting. Okay, there we go. Cool. Killing it. Oh. Good job, Sherry. You leveled up. Am I going the right way? Yes. This is... yes. Okay, we're looking for a monster. I mean, and not like the little guys that we've already been fighting. But the monster that will let us finish this quest. Okay, ignore that guy. Who cares about those guys, right? Oh, he's gonna try to fight me and it's rude. Like, I don't really need to fight those guys. Is there a treasure chest around here somewhere? Oh, there's a monster just hanging out. Like, he can. That's fine, because he's not the monster. Get out of here. Thank you so much, everyone, for doing that hype train. It means so much to me. You're all the coolest. Do you think it's towards Amberell Tower? Let's look. I feel like this is not actually where he lives, but whatever. I should... oops, I don't want to go this way. No, back it up. Yeah, this way. This is the... I should keep the map oriented like this, because that is the way the map is, and it makes me way less disoriented when I go look. Oh, this has got to be him. Look, see? Yeah, that's him. Okay, wow, this is not just any monster, it's multiple monsters. It lied to me. Okay, what do we got here? Let's see how they feel about a hurricane. Here I am, rock you like a hurricane. I don't know why, every time I hear the word hurricane, that's what gets stuck in my head. Okay, 0, good. Good. Good, love it. Oh, they don't like fire though, so let's just firebolt them. That's gonna be bad. Okay, firebolt 2. Let's get on a firebolt party here. Whoa, what a sucker missing. Oh, okay. Ah, snarks. If only we had... Okay, well, we guess we have to double hit everything. That's okay. Actually, you know, oh, well, I can't back out. I already did it. But I will have you do something like Soul Blur on the one that's almost dead. Who's almost dead here? Where is he? Okay, no, that's the one that Joshua was about to murder. Okay, yeah, this one. And then you can do your firebolts on this guy. And Estelle can do the cleanup with her less powerful magics. Well, she just doesn't have firebolt is really the main point here, and firebolt is what they're weak to. Ooh, a one shot. Very nice. Okay, Estelle's gonna heal Joshua is what she's gonna do this round. Art, Firebolt, that guy. Art, you're going to tier Joshua. Art, Firebolt, this guy right here. Make sure Joshua doesn't die. I can't just speak. I am incapable of speech. Oh man. Okay, Venom, oh my gosh. It's Panda on a Wednesday. I am surprised. The schedule was vague about today. There was not even a schedule. Which I'm really sorry, which reminds me, you're all here. I actually will not be streaming on Friday because I have a work event, okay? So just don't look for me on Friday. I won't be here. Yes, and I'm sorry about no schedule too. But it's just, I'm considering. Your hope it's laser tag. No, it's just food. It's not an event. I'm also just thinking of like doing a schedule that is kind of like done just per game versus per week, you know, kind of deal. I don't know. Kind of keep it fresh, and then I could just update you all on the Discord or whatever. So it's like the main, like I'll always be going live these days with this game until I play a different game, and then that's the thing. You're like, well, I wasn't really the one doing the work, but I just feel like I've been thinking a lot about stream lately and how I can improve it and also like streamline some things around here. Oh, I don't know why I did that. That's because I'm talking. That's okay. We'll have you do a firebolt. Man, 6. Like, they're all, like, almost dead. It's so annoying. I mean, it's just annoying that they're not, like, gonna be dead. Even though they're so close to being dead. Okay, you just tier Joshua again, because look at his face. He is unhappy, that fella. As long as the new plans include the PPP, we'll all be happy. Yes. It will absolutely be the PPP. I'm just thinking of, like, better benefits, better things that can track. Things that are, like, a routine versus spontaneity, because guess what? I'm really bad at being spontaneous, you know? Hello, Bootless Pit. What's going on? What's on the up and up today, my friend? Oh, I'm so sorry, everyone. That was not my intention. I clicked something on OBS and then I forgot it would pause the video game. I'm doing really good. Thank you so much for asking. Have you all been playing 6.3? The Final Fantasy 14? I tried to, so I did play some World of Warcraft Dragonflight during my lunchtime today. And then when it was after work and I was going to play it again, the authentication servers were broken, so I couldn't log in. So I was like, huh. Yep. And then I was like, this is probably the folks who want me to play Final Fantasy 14 with them again. Okay, so we beat the monster. So... What? This is the way. Yes, okay. Let's go to here and report our findings. Venom, the WoW Authenticator crew was doing the 6.3 Alliance raid, so they couldn't fix WoW. Enchilada and Neko on Sunday is having the Christmas party. I'm sorry I did not answer sooner. That's okay. No problems. What so stinking ever. Ooh, Petrified Quartz is a perk. Okay, let's give that to our friend here, Estelle. I don't think we really need the EP cut because she's not like casting tons of spells. But having her do Petrify and learn all these earth spells are really good, I think. So that's what we're gonna do. Venom, super late to comment, but today on the Pando Discord, I stumbled into food and the Neko rice dish looks so good. Yeah, it looked like Neko had a really great Chinese restaurant experience or some dim sum or whichever. Is that... I'm just going to use the... Before we head on our trip, I'm going to just use the inn here. Likely it was the one near her home. They have amazing stuff. Nice. We actually have a Chinese restaurant in Edmonton that used to have its own reality TV show. But it's really, really good. And they have this particular hot and dry spicy chicken that is maybe one of my favorite things in the world to eat. So that's nice. Oh, did we get some extra cash? Nah, we'll be fine. Are you ready to go? Yep, we're good to go. Yep, we are good to go. Great, I'm ready myself. All right, then I'll leave the rest up to you. The Crone passes to the west of here. It's pretty far, so let's not get careless along the way. Understood. Let's get going, shall we? Okay. So off we go. I should go like this, actually. Whatever. Anyway, we don't really need to... So we've... Oh, well. I'm going to fight this monster, I guess. But because we've kind of already fought all of these monsters, they're not really going to give us a ton of experience. So I usually just avoid them at this point. Which is nice. I like a game where you can avoid the monsters if you want to. Oh, I thought it was... Whatever.
All right, we're good to go.
So work dinner, that's fun. Do a lot of your coworkers live in Edmonton? Not a lot. The vast majority actually live in Toronto, I would say. But there is a small little contingent of us here, which is fun. And then there's some folks in Calgary too who are actually going to come up for this. So it'll be nice. Yeah, it will be fun, especially since my coworkers nowadays like video games. That used to not be the case. Okay, the boiled egger. Let's destroy him. Actually, one gal liked video games at my old job, and that was nice. Or these guys, I don't want to get near them because they are going to blow me up, so... Also, one cool thing is that my job, one really nice perk about it is that we get the second Friday of every month off, which is like one of the like coolest perks. So it's just a great opportunity for us to do that. I'm on chapter 1, Kisnado. Woo, look at this. Look at this mess we have to go through. Okay, look at this egg. We're gonna wait till he turns away from us. I think he's saying like he's blowing a raspberry. Oh, yeah, you can't do anything here, so just do a soul blur, I guess. Estelle's gonna be the one who can do this one with an aqua bleed. Space robot arm. I have a lot of coworkers that like video games, but I don't think I found any that like them as much as me. I guess, yeah, when you work in games, folks tend to like games about as much as you, so. Jake, that's awesome. I also get a 3-day week every second weekend. It's amazing. Oh, that is awesome. I love it. Which, as someone who enjoys that once a month, you know, especially it's exciting. So like, I was gonna say for a month like January where you don't really get a lot of long weekends, or those months that just don't have a long weekend, which aren't a lot of them, but there are like March, if Easter doesn't fall in March, etc. It's nice to have that extra time, but on weekends, on weeks that do have long weekends, you get 2 long weekends. Venom, we have MLK Day this coming Monday. Yes, I do know that because some of the folks I work with in America have that day off. Kisnado, I mean, or Mr. Johnny Ringo, I control my work schedule, so happy camper here. That is also a really nice benefit. Yeah, sure. Do this. See how that works for you. Do an aqua bleed. Just try not to get too near these guys. They hurt. Oh, he can get some range with Shara, so that's nice. Venom, controversial hot take. I am so excited to see our characters on the map. Drinking Quest is great, but I was sad at first-person combat. That's fair. I can understand that being a weird thing. I guess for me, like, the Dragon Quest games are so timeless. I don't know. It's nostalgic to see that first-person combat. Okay. Nice. Didn't even get a chance to attack me. What? We missed on a critical hit? Ugh. Sorry. In this game, you can miss a ton. Yeah, it's not bad weather here, Pandoish. I mean, it's not bad weather here, Pandoish bot. It's not bad weather here, Captain Giraffe. It's a little chillier where Venom is. Which is closer to Winnipeg, that's for sure. The chest has been cleaned out. Villainous. Captain Jeff, it's supposed to be 0 here on Sunday. Yeah, it's been quite warm for the last few days, so. Venom, I forgot it was winter today and went outside in my fall gear. You're still getting that Californian out of your system. Casnado, lucky you, it's -20 here. Dang. Mr. Johnny Ringo, aren't you Canadian? What are you doing telling me your temperature in Fahrenheit? Oh, right. Do Soul Blur. SoCal? I swore you told me that you lived in Vancouver. Venom, I live north of 55% of Canadians' entire population, but I am in North Dakota. You do, because most of Canadians live in southern Ontario. What am I doing right? We're using Aqua Bleed. Mr. Johnny Ringo, my pa, I come to BC every once in a while. Sorry. Oh no, that's okay. I just was like, you've told me you're in Vancouver more than once. But no, I understand now. That cool. Huh? What was that? I could have sworn something moved. Oh no. Is this an ambush? Oh no, the cutest ambush. What are we going to do? Calm down. We've got you covered. There are monsters to the front and the rear? All right, then it's time to... protect the rear. Estelle, don't split up. Crap, I'm too late. Huh? We're completely surrounded. Did I make the wrong choice? Worry about that later. Right now we've got our hands full with these monsters. So I'm not sure if that was a canonically wrong choice or if I could have made the right choice there. But oh well, if I don't have a perfect BP score, then whatever. Ooh, that was nice. Mr. Johnny Ringo, SoCal time now. It's cool. Here in Los Angeles and in Portland to my sister, then in BC for pod time. Well, that's a really fun move around there for you, all up and down the West Coast. Not a bad place to be. Ah, yeah. Nice. Ooh. Somehow, we managed to get them all. Oh, man. You guys really saved my hide. Hey, I told you everything was going to be all right, didn't I? I can't believe that we came out of this in one non-bloody piece. I gotta say, bracers are something else. That was amazing how you took care of those monsters just like that. Heh. When it comes to my skill with the staff, it's all over for these monsters. How about I give you a free performance while we're at it? Knock it off, Estelle. If not for your poor judgment, we could have taken care of these monsters a lot easier. Ha 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 ha. Oops. Well, I think this was a good learning experience at any rate. Let's move out. We could be attacked by monsters again if we stay here too long. Yes, I'm in favor of leaving. Let's go, go, go. I will not be a monster snack. I will not be a monster snack. I will not be a monster snack. The checkpoint is just up ahead, so let's be extra careful until we arrive there. Okay. Oh, there's a monster right there. Didn't even notice. Portland is crazy town.
Seems you came up short.
Oh shoot, I didn't mean to do that. That's okay, whatever. Nekomichi, okay, my review show is over now. Unlurk. Welcome back, Nekomichi. I hope you had a nice time. Sorry, Joshua, I forgot that I put you directly in front of this thing. But that didn't do too much damage anyway, so... Nice. You've got Games Done Quick up on your TV because Stray is about to start. Ooh, what's the expected time for Stray?
Seems you came up short.
No, Pika's the one to fear around here. Those Tomberries got nothing on the Pika. Just under an hour? Nice. That'll be a fun one. Not great.
Someone's been naughty.
Annoying. Rude, a shadow spear. Aw, man. Is there any games done quick that anyone else is really looking forward to? Where's the rude button here? You know what? I probably should have a rude button. Oh, that might kill Shara, which is going to be a bummer. Sorry, Shara. Let's give her a reviving jelly so she gets the XP from this fight. There we go. Castato. By the way, I take back what I said the other day. My favorite character from Cold Steel is Fee. Is not Fee, but Crow. Crow, very cool. I see that. Oh, only got 4 XP anyway. Doesn't really matter. Woo. Found a pearl earring. What did you expect to find in here? Okay, a pearl earring, and then we also got... Let's see here. What does the pearl earring do? Prevent seal. Okay, boring. But the HP 2. Now that's going to be something good, right? Oh, wait. You already have that. I kind of want to give it to Shara, but... Well, whatever. Anyway. Items. I mean, orbments. Let's heal everyone up. Hello, Lord Navasa. What's going on? Hello, Rando Pando. I live from the week-long nightmare that is moving. How is Pando enjoying Bestel? Love it. I mean, I love these games, though, but I'm having a great time. How are you doing, Lord Navasa? What's going on? What is on the up and up? Craft. Let's, no, art. Fireball. Airstrike. Soul Blur, that's what we want to do. Art, you will do an Aqua Bleed. Shara will attack. Nice, gotta love a crit hit. Lord Navasa, I somehow managed to prove that even airport luggage abuse could not break my gaming desktop nor monitor. Packing skill check and natural 20. Wow, were you moving far away where you had to fly there, Lord Navasa? If you've told me exactly or before, like, I apologize for not internalizing that. From Hawaii to California. Oh, on the mainland. Holy. How are you feeling about that? Are you excited? Nervous? Well, it looks like we finally made it. Whew, that was a pretty rough climb, huh? Well, we can breathe easy now. I think your escort from Ruan should be here any time now. And speak of the devil, look who's here. Good work, everyone. I'm Junior Bracer Melvin, registered with the Ruan branch. Good work yourself. This is your client, Mr. Hart. Please make sure he gets to Ruan safely. Will do. Just follow me, sir. I'll get you where you need to go. I'm your man. By Idios, just how much coffee have you had, young man? But whatever. I'm counting on you to get me where I need to go. All right. Thanks for getting me up here, everyone. Have a good one. Good luck with your work. All right. I'm already late as it is, but I'll see what I can do. Okay, have a good day, fellow bracers. That guy was really over the top energy-wise. He said he was a junior bracer, right? Which means he's a trainee just like us working out of a branch. Yep, you're not the only ones. All junior bracers do that. They're working hard to become senior bracers. Oh man, it looks like I'm going to have to work harder. That's right. It wouldn't be right of us just to rely on Cheryl all the time. It looks like that bracer stimulated your motivation a bit, didn't he? Let's see now. How about we get back and report to the guild? Yes, we'll report to the guild and then we'll continue on with the story. But we have to walk all the way back first. So let's just run and hopefully not walk into any monsters. Oh, shoot. Typical. Well, if they're going to be right here in my face anyway, I might as well go for it. Oh man, I killed the wrong one. Or I hit the wrong one, so I didn't end up killing anyone. Rude. Oh, that's gonna hurt. You know, let's actually see if we can eat something instead of healing right now. Yay, everyone recovered. Not like a huge amount or anything, but whatever. It's fun to try it out. Bum 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 bum. Woo! Don't fight that guy. Down we go, up we go. Okay, we're gonna... I know I said we're gonna go to the main story, but we're gonna go report that we did this to the branch, the guild branch first. I'm gonna see if I can give anyone some stuff. You know, upgrades. Panda, have you watched the first episode of Northern War yet? I did. And I really liked it a lot. Casato, someone give me Crunchy. There's like a bajillion free trials. Just make a dummy email and create a free trial. You got the physical of Northern Warfare. Okie dokie. Let's go to... All right, let's double check that I don't need anything new to buy. We can give anyone a quartz boost or a slot boost. Joshua? No. Sherazard? No. Rude. Is there any items for anyone to buy? Okay. Yes, we have one of everything. Everyone's super equipped. Hello, Ashley Riot. How you doing? What's going on? What is on the up and up, my friend? Okay, heading up to Ravenue now. Let's go. Oh shoot, I walked right into a monster. I'm doing great. Hope everyone's day is going great too. My day is going great news gravy. That's what it's going. Nice.
Seems you came up short.
OMG, Pando, I have a horror story to tell you. Oh, please do. I went to Burger King earlier because I was really hungry and my meal came with some nuggies. And the nuggies were so gross. They didn't even taste like bland chicken. Is this going to be like a gross horror story? I don't know what they tasted like, but I was so upset. Oh man, that's a real bummer. Huh? Oh. Sherazard, is that you? Well, this is an unlikely place to run into the Silver Streak. Right back at you. I thought you were in the Royal City, but are you here to look into the airliner incident? No, I'm here on some chump errands. But speaking of the incident, I hear it was the work of the Sky Bandits. Still, if you're here on the job, then I guess I don't have to worry about it myself. Good luck to you. Is that all you've got to say? I'm sure you've heard that Cassius might have been taken hostage, right? Cassius Bright? Taken hostage? Don't make me laugh. That old man's not going to get beaten by the likes of some sky bandits. Anybody saying that is severely mistaken. I'd like to believe that too, but I wonder who this guy is. I don't know, but he seems to fit the mold for a bracer. By the way, who are those brats you've got taking along with you? They look like a bunch of newbies to me. Well, then I'm sure you'll be surprised to hear that these brats are Cassius's kids. Yeah, that's a surprise, all right. So, these are the old man's kids, huh? Hard to believe it. Well, why are you looking at us like that? This boy with the black hair is one thing, but the girl really looks like an amateur. Are you sure she's really Cassius's daughter? You want to try saying that again with my staff in your teeth? She's the bona fide daughter of Cassius Bright, and I have to warn you, her bite is as good as her bark. And I'm just his adopted son. Is that a fact? Oh, well, it doesn't really matter. What do you mean it doesn't matter? Well, take it easy, Scheherazade. And be careful not to let these brats drag you down. Yeah. And make sure not to rush into any trouble yourself, either. Haha, I'll keep those words in mind. All right, Scheherazade. Was it you who took care of that monster near the mine? Yeah. Well, actually, it wasn't just me. It was us. Ha! I don't think any number of trainees would have had made much difference. But anyway, good luck in your search for those sky bandits. Later. Ashley Riot, nuggets equal barbecue sauce or they taste bad. That is quantifiably false, my friend. Nuggets are truly one of the world's best items. They're like ambrosia. What's with that guy? He really pisses me off. I see. So that was Heavy Blade Agate, huh? Heavy Blade Agate? What a stupid name. Agate Krosner, senior bracer in the Bracer Guild. He works in all regions and isn't affiliated with any specific branch. His massive blade is said to be capable of slicing a monster in two with a single dash. I'll just tell you right now, he's one tough customer. Whatever, I don't care how tough he is, he's still a rude jerk. Come to think of it, how does he know Dad anyway? He seems to think highly of Dad's ability, but even so, he didn't seem to like him all that much. There are a number of things in his past I can't go into, and those things are the reason why he feels that way about your father. Well, I couldn't care less about someone rude like that. Anyway, let's hurry to Ravenous Village. But I like barbecue with my nuggets. You're allowed to like barbecue with your nuggets. I'm just saying that nuggets don't die on barbecue sauce or not. Estelle, your dad is pretty famous. Pretty sure a lot of people know your father. Yeah, so Estelle's view of her dad at this point is he's just her dad who's like annoying and, you know, a real like pain in her butt. So she doesn't really see her dad as being like, you know, a superstar. She doesn't even know he's like a superstar. She just thinks he's her annoying dad. All right, let's see what we can find out about the sighting. So what do you suggest? Should we just go talk to all the villagers? People would be suspicious of us if we did that all of a sudden. I think we should talk to the village elder first and see what he has to say about it. Okay, village elder first, and then we'll come talk to everybody. I see you're all together. What brings you all up here today? Are you here for a visit? No, not exactly. We're actually here on business. Although, if it's possible, I'd really like a glass of your fruit wine. Oh, things in the world never go like you expect, do they? By the way, I never got a chance to ask you until now, but you don't happen to be one of Agate's companions, do you? Well, we're all members of the same guild, but we're not companions exactly. We know him by face, and that's probably about it. I see. So he's traveling by himself as usual, huh? The village elder closed his eyes for a moment as a look of sadness passed over his aged features. What's wrong, sir? It's nothing, really. Please pardon my expression. Anyway, what brings you to this rural village of ours? Don't tell me that another dangerous monster showed up in the area. No, actually, we're in the middle of an investigation concerning the missing airliner. We came here because we heard there was a report of some kind of sighting. Ah, I see. The Royal Army came here and investigated that the other day. However, they searched around the area and ended up leaving empty-handed. Really, is that so? Well, what about the person who saw the flying silhouette in the sky? It was one of the children in the village here, a boy named Louis. He apparently saw some suspicious shadow making its way across the sky on the night of the incident. But he's a kid any way you think about it, so he may have just imagined the whole thing while he was half asleep. Imagined it, huh? I guess the best thing we can do then is ask him directly. You're probably right about that. Thank you for your time, sir. Don't mention it. If there's anything else I can help you with, don't hesitate to ask. Louis should be somewhere here in the village. The village is rather small, so I'm sure you'll be able to find him without any trouble. The heat of flames, burning flesh, and the charred smell of blackened bones. Amidst the screams and cries of the villagers and their children, no matter how many years pass, the terrible events of the war remain ingrained in my mind. Ooh, that was dark. Well, nice talking to you, lady. Nekomichi, maybe if he wasn't such a jerk, people would want to travel with him. Agate has a complicated past. Septine Calendar 1192. Here rest the souls of 6 righteous people who lost their lives in the flames of war. Leif, Abel, Nicole, Wilhelm, Irina, and Misha. May you all find rest with the goddess. Right, we were already at the elder's house. Welcome! If you're here for a drink, I recommend that you try our various types of fruit wines. Our ingredients are the freshest and finest on Olive Liberal. That sounds great. But if you don't mind me asking, this place wasn't around before, was it? Yes, that's right. We just opened the place recently. I hope you'll come visit us often. So what's the recommended item on your menu right now? Thank you for the hydrate, Captain Giraffe. Ding. Let's see. The pomegranate wine and the apricot tart set is delightful. Shara, shouldn't we be investigating things first? And that's exactly what we're doing. Speaking with local residents can net us some information as well. You don't need to be in such a hurry. I wonder if she's really serious about what she says. Who knows? Whenever it comes to her and alcohol, her credibility isn't that great. Oh yes, we don't have an apple ice cream. Fresh juice. Perfect. I'd like to recommend the squeezed juice in the bar on the 2nd floor, if I could. Please give it a try if you'd like. Apple ice cream. That sounds pretty good, right? Huh? Are you guys visitors? If you're looking for the village elder's house, it's just up that hill in the back of the village. Louis hasn't come over recently. I wonder if something happened. The village is close to the border and was one of the first places to be occupied during the war. There were so many victims back then, and the deep wounds in people's hearts still have yet to heal over. Just buy a couple of goods just in case. Just like to be full up, you know? Luscious orange. Yeah, why not? If you're looking for my husband, he's always in the orchard. Even when I call him for meals, he ends up coming an hour later. And by that time, his meal is already cold. Then start calling him before dinner's ready. Have you visited the gravesite here in the village? That large tombstone is dedicated to the victims who died in the 100 Days' War. 10 years ago, this village suffered greatly because of the fighting. Even today, I still see that horrific scene sometimes in my dreams. I've been growing fruit here ever since the village was alive with its mining industry. When it comes to growing delicious fruit, I have no equal in this village.
Huh? I haven't seen you guys around here before. Are you merchants here to buy fruit?
Actually, no. We're here for a different reason. As a matter of fact, we're bracers.
Bracers? You mean like agate?
I don't know. You don't look all that strong to me, especially because you're a girl. Why don't you tell me how you really feel? But after seeing my great skill with a staff, do you think you can still call me weak? Wow, that's amazing! It's like a tornado! Hehehe, I hope you've learned your lesson that looks can be deceiving. Ashley Wright, can't believe a 20-year-old game looks more vibrant than most JRPGs released today. Well, this is absolutely a remaster of it. The PC version is definitely, you know, different. It's much more, you know, what's the term? It's like updated so it looks clearer, it looks crisper. I've got it running at like, you know, higher resolution, so it looks real nice. But I think there's a lot of good looking games out there now too. But yeah, this game is beautiful. Where's Korcha? What? Corsican. Looks like the kid wants her staff in his teeth too, right? Now how about another amazing demonstration with my staff? Estelle, be careful. Wasn't it just yesterday that you hit yourself in the face doing that? Anyway, are you Louie by chance?
Yeah? But how do you know my name?
We heard from the village elder. He said you saw some kind of flying shadow. Do you think you could tell us a little bit more about what you saw that night?
Sure, if you want. But the soldiers from the army already searched the place and didn't find anything.
That's fine. We're not worried about that. Do you think you could just tell us what you saw? In as much detail as you can remember?
Okay, I'll try. You see, I like watching the stars at night, so I often sneak out of my house at night to come here and look at the stars. And the other night when I was out here looking up at the stars, I saw two shadows moving across the sky.
Now, hold on a minute here. You say you saw two shadows?
Yeah, that's right. And they were different sizes too, kind of like a mom leading a kid.
Two shadows, two sizes. That's consistent with an airliner in the Sky Bandit airship if you think about it. Yeah, the aircraft we went across in the woods was definitely smaller than a typical airliner.
And the two shadows just kept on flying north until I couldn't see them anymore.
So north is... There's a trail that continues behind the village, and it leads to an old septium mine which was abandoned some time ago.
The soldiers from the army supposedly searched the trail, but didn't come up with anything. That's why they said I must have just been dreaming. And then they laughed at me like I didn't know what I was talking about.
The little boy's eyes started to well up with tears. Enough of that. You're a boy, right? And boys don't cry. Not a great lesson to teach, Estelle. We're not like those stupid soldiers. We don't think you're telling a lie either, and we're going to prove it.
But really? Darn straight. You just leave it to us. So no more crying, okay? Okay. You're a real nice person.
As usual, she's got a real knack with the kids. Yeah, maybe it's a virtue.
Huh? Why are you looking at me like that?
It's nothing. Let's focus on the task at hand. It looks like we've got stuff to do.
Right. Let's hurry and get onto the trail behind the village and see what we can find.
Mr. Johnny Ringo, Ozzy said no more tears, and Robur of the Cure said boys don't cry.
No more tears.
Okay, so I'm gonna go towards the abandoned mine this time, just because we previously went to the other parts of this map. I have a feeling like we want to go to the abandoned mine, but if not, then I'll just go search the other parts of the map again. Heatender, Ozzy still sounds good at 80, LOL. Also, he's alive still. He sure is. I saw him in concert at BlizzCon one year, actually. How funny is that? And Jake, Estelle just casually causing long-term psychological problems, right? Ravenue Mine. The gate is secured with a heavy chain and padlock. This looks like the entrance to an abandoned mine.
It kind of reminds me of the Malcolm mine, except for the fact that it's all deserted.
It seems this place was abandoned quite some time ago. The padlock and chain are rusted. It doesn't look like this gate has been opened recently, which means that there's no possibility that the Sky Bandits entered through here. I wonder if that's why the army never investigated the place.
You're probably not going to find any clues searching around in an old mine, that's for sure.
What's wrong, Estelle?
Maybe it's just me, but do you feel any air flowing out of here?
When you say out of here, do you mean the mine?
Yeah, that's right.
Let's see. Joshua wet the tip of his index finger with his tongue and held it out. You're right, Estelle. It's rather subtle, but there is air flowing out of here.
Just like I thought, huh?
Sometimes your senses can be surprisingly sharp, you know that?
Hello, Sassy. How you doing? What's going on? What's on the up and up?
Ashley Rye, I met Robert Smith once in Sheffield, was able to shake his hand. That's the story of your life for Estelle causing psychological problems. Jake, Macho Man Randy Savage said that crying is one of the most macho things a man can do. Heck yeah, Macho Man. Both. You're living your best life, Ashley Riot. I wonder if you get that from your father.
My dad doesn't have anything to do with it. But forget about that. Aren't you more interested in what's inside this old mine?
There's certainly a possibility that it connects to somewhere. It's probably worth checking out.
Well, in that case, let's bust this lock off.
Hey, don't you even think about doing that. Hello, Shockwave. What's going on? What's on the up and up? Heatender, he also says to eat Slim Jims. Whoa, 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 Heatender. He tells you to snap into a Slim Jim. Oh, yeah. You're doing well, Sassy. I'm so glad to hear that. Enchilada, I would say poor Estelle, but she is bright as the sun and surpasses her father in every way, right? For now, we'd better head back to the village and talk with the elder. He might have the key.
Huh, you're no fun, Shara.
Okay, back we go. Oh, it's a rock. Just got stuck on a rock. He also wrestled Tobey Maguire? Eh? Are you looking for my husband? Since it's this time of the day, I'm sure he's up at the graveside on the hill. Okay, there we go. Snap into a Slim Jim. Ooh, yeah. Yarp. Jake, correction, that was Bonesaw. In Spider-Man, he's Bonesaw. He lost to Tobey Maguire. There you go. So this is where you are, Elder Ryzen. Oh, it's you young bracers, is it? Well, this is a rather extravagant grave for a small village like this, isn't it? It was erected to mourn all those souls we lost 10 years ago. Since the Bose region is nearest to the Empire, it was in the thick of the fray, and this village lost a number of good people in the hostilities. That's terrible. Ha, there's no need for you to get somber too, though. These days, cleaning this monument is just one of my daily routines. But I guess you wouldn't have come up here if you didn't think there was something I could help you with, right? Oh, right. There was something we wanted to talk to you about. But before that, would you mind if we paid our respects as well? I know we don't have any flowers to give, but we'd at least like to offer up a prayer. Oh, I see. No, of course I don't mind. I'm sure all those looking down from above would be overjoyed by the gesture. Is Estelle a recurring series character? Yep. I mean, almost all of the characters in these games go through the entire series. They're not always the main character or the playable character, but you'll see them all in some way. And Trails of Cold Steel 4 is kind of like the end game, the Marvel Cinematic Universe end game of this series. I mean, the series is not over. It's still going. It's only like a quarter of the way done, it sounds like, but or like a half of the way or a third of the way. I don't know. It's one of those two, but everyone comes together at the end in Cold Steel 4, and it's really fun and cool. So you say there might be some clues in that old mine, huh? I know for certain that the soldiers didn't check inside. After I heard Louis' story, it really got me thinking. We'd like to check the place out just in case, so would you mind lending us the key to the entrance? The key for that padlock, huh? Give me a minute here. I'm sure I put it in this drawer. Oh, right, here it is. Okay, this should get you inside. Received abandoned mine key.
Wow, this key looks ancient. Many thanks, Elder Ryzen.
This will really help a lot. Don't mention it. We are always indebted to the Bracer Guild for their help. It's only natural that we would try and return the favor. Thank you. If everyone we dealt with were as cooperative as you, it would make our lives a lot easier. We'll be sure to let you know if we find anything. I would appreciate that. When the mine was in use, the village enjoyed a period of economic growth. In fact, this place was so lively with miners and merchants, you could have almost called it a small city instead of a town. However, following the war, this place became quite lonely. Just was going to see if that key unlocked that shed as well. Okay, to the mine. Let's go, team. Oh, no, wrong way, wrong way. The rock I got stuck on last time. Oh, wrong way. The gate is secured with a heavy chain and padlock.
Let's use this key we borrowed from the village elder.
Used abandoned mine key.
Ooh, that was one heavy gate.
Let's have a look inside, shall we? I don't know about sky bandits, but I can definitely sense monsters in here. Everyone stay alert. Stay alert. Stay safe. Okay, let's save the game before going on in. And let's explore the mine. All right, there's no map initially, so we'll go to the left first. Wow, what's these guys' problems? They seem awfully crabby. Am I right? Ba-dunch. Sassy, the graphics of this game reminds me a lot of Ragnarok Online. If you're familiar with that game, oh, the memories. I played a little bit of Ragnarok Online, actually, a long time ago. Many moons ago. Well, thank you, Neko. You played it in early high school? Nice. I was, I'm old, so I was in my early adulthood. I guess it was like 19. Are you aware of the origin of the Stay Alert, Stay Safe advertising campaign? I'm afraid no. And also I wonder, is it like a sad story, Jake? Like, is it a terrifying story? Well, I won't go into it here, but it's really sad. Oh no. I might have to look that up after. I mean, not that I want to get sad or anything, but you know what I mean. Okay, these guys just need to get magicked, that's all. That's all that really matters here.
That's that then. Let's move out.
One dead crab. Isn't it sassy? It's such catchy battle music. The music in these games is pretty great. Nice.
Seems you came up short.
Let's go left. Okay, that's a dead end, so nothing to see there. Does the PC version of this game have extra features that the PSP doesn't? I think it might have like a little bit of like quality of life stuff, but other than like the higher resolution and stuff, I don't believe it's too different. But with the PC one, you can mod it. I know a lot of folks really love the to get the voice mod where you can hear the Japanese voice actors and actresses, and people really like that one. Good night, Mr. Johnny Ringo. Rest well. Be safe. Yeah, I think that you could still get it digitally for sure. I know that the physical version of this game is a little pricier than you probably want it to be. Because it's gone on to be like, you know, a cult classic, so.
That's that then. Let's move.
When Mothi brought me lasagna, she also brought me Nanaimo bars. And I don't think I talk enough about how much I love Nanaimo bars, but they are definitely a Canadian treat that is one of my favorites. I'm not like a big sweets person, but darn, do I like to eat a little Nanaimo bar every so often. Right? Aren't they, Jake? Well, they're chocolatey.
Good to go.
They also have like a little... It's really hard to describe because so I'm going to go out and say it right now. I actually really don't like coconut in my desserts, but Nanaimo bar is just so, it really works in there. And it's not like a coconutty dessert, I would not say. Like, I don't think like there's coconut in it, but it's not like part of it. It's not like the main element, it's just hints of it. But then there's like a coconut, like kind of a cookie crumble layer at the bottom. They're bars. And then on top of that, there's like a cream layer, it's like kind of like a frosting-ish thing, but I don't know what to describe it. What would you describe the middle part of a Nanaimo bar, Jake? And then the top is like a solid chocolate, like like, you know, pour it on there. Oh, it's just really stinking good. Yeah, Nanaimo bars are next level. And it's funny because I grew up with them, right? Like I never thought they were a regional thing, and then I learned they're definitely a Canadian thing, and I loves them. Pendo, next time you come to Seattle, you bring me one. You know what? Absolutely, I'll do that. Next time I come to Seattle, remind me. Say, remember Nanaimo bars, and I'll make sure to bring you like a really nice Nanaimo bar. Jake, Captain Giraffe, all you taste is coconut, not overly a fan. See, I don't really taste coconut in a Nanaimo bar. Or like the coconut I do taste doesn't bother me. It's like a creamy custard. You're right. It's like yes, it is. That's exactly what it is. Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong, they're extremely sweet and incredibly rich. So, like, I can't, like, eat a whole bunch of Nanaimo bars. That takes a lot of effort. But when I do have one, it's a very delectable treat. Is this... Oh, this connects to where I was, right? Oh yeah, this is gonna bring me to, yes, that's obviously where we want to go. But I'm just looking for treasures here. So that was from over this way. It came through. Oh, did I already do the full circle? Oh, I might have. Oh yes, okay, well, we're definitely just doing circles now. So cool. Let's get the heck out of here. Man, it's bright in here. Huh? Isn't that the quiet, Estelle? It looks like we've hit the jackpot. Oh my god, there it is. Forget about the heavy things and focus on the food provisions and valuables. And hurry it up, will ya? It's only a matter of time before someone finds this place. Roger that, Kyle. Got it, Kyle. Okay, Kyle. Understood, Kyle.
What's an airliner doing in a place like this?
I guess that kid wasn't seeing things after all. This looks like an area that used to be used for strip mining. It certainly turned out to be a great place to hide something of this size. Sassy, have you ever had a Lamington Pando? It's an Australian chocolate sponge cake sprinkled with coconut. See, I don't like coconut, but that does sound extremely interesting. A chocolate sponge cake. I'll have to give it a I'll have to look one up one time. It certainly turned out to be a great place to hide something of this size. Yeah, who would have thought to look here? Look at that. Aren't they loading the airliner cargo into their own ship?
Let's worry about that later. We've got to figure out a way to bag these guys before they get away again.
So this is our third trip, huh? Man, Don can be a real slave driver sometimes. Oh well, once this is all taken care of, we'll be able to sit back and negotiate a nice fat ransom.
Hold it right there!
Who in the...
The scorching flames of justice shall never fade away as long as evil thrives in this world. The League of Extraordinary Bracers has arrived!
Huh? The League of... what? You bonehead. Why do you always get carried away like that?
What's with you two? How do I look like a big fool saying that stuff all alone?
You are the ones who Josette had a run-in with back in Roland. This can't be right. You're not supposed to be here this early.
It can't be right. We're not supposed to be here this early. What the heck are you talking about?
In accordance with the laws of the Bracer Guild, you are hereby under arrest and charged with the hijacking of an airliner and its passengers. I hope for your sakes you'll come along quietly. Now hold on just a minute. Are you trying to tell me that only the three of you came here to arrest us?
You see anyone else, bandit boy?
So you're not involved with the others then, huh? And that simplifies things. Let's get 'em, boys. Okay, let's go. Start with some attacks.
Hi, Black Rose. How you doing? What's going on? What's on the up and up, my friend? Hey, Tetrium, thank you so much for following. Welcome on into the Pando Party. You're okay? You just got home from work? Yeah, Pando Parties. Who is the main character? It is Estelle, the one on the left of the little images there. This game looks fun. This game is incredibly good, Black Rose. It sure does, Heatender. Strategy RPGs. Just if it's in the vein, if it's in spirit, what you would consider a Japanese role-playing game, even if they're created in the West, but it's done in the style of a Japanese role-playing game, that's our whole bread and butter. Anything here, just like that. Strategy, turn-based, action-based. Why does that attack range circle like a giant Pac-Man? You know, great question, Sassy. It is a giant Pac-Man, you're right.
Sea of Stars absolutely counts, Heatender. Ow. You guys are tougher than I thought. It's no wonder Josette got beat by you three.
Sweet talk won't get you anywhere, buddy. It's time to surrender and let the passengers go.
You really don't know anything, do you? What was that you called yourselves? League of the Exceptionally Dim or something?
You're making fun of my awesome team name? You're dead.
Look out!
What is this?
Brig, Pando, I got a new job. Oh my gosh, Brig. Didn't you just have a new job? What is it? What'd you get? Are you gonna love this one the most? Is this gonna be it? Is this gonna be the one? You've gotta be kidding me. Another smoke screen? Ah ha 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 ha. It's too bad about the rest of the cargo, but we'll just have to live without it. Later, bracers. But congrats, Brig. That's really exciting.
Ow, ow, ow.
Some of it got in my eyes. Don't worry. It's not poisonous. It looks like it was a typical smoke canister. You sure can, Black Rose, because I'm playing it on Steam right now. Brig, I left the last job because the boss was a giant man baby. Reported him to HR, they investigated him for 2 weeks, and then wanted me to still be managed by him. Your new job is a project engineer. Ooh, that's fancy pants. Their ship is already out of sight. This is getting really old. It's not once, but twice now that they've gotten away. If I get demoted for this at the guild, there's not much I can say in my defense.
Oh, Shara, quit acting like it was all your fault.
We're responsible for letting them get away too. If we've got time to kick ourselves over this, there's got to be some other constructive things we can do. Well, well, you sound like you should be the senior bracer. Well, at least we were able to take back the airliner, so how about we have a look? The passengers may be inside.
Right.
Everyone seems so nice. Everyone seems nice, so we'll see. You started February 1st. Do you have some time off in between? Are you just going to play a lot of World of Warcraft? Oh yes, here we go. The airliner. Big old jet airliner. Okay, let's go on in. We found the airliner, folks. Break. I've technically had a lot of time off since I quit like 3 weeks ago. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I had no idea. Wow, it's pretty barren here. There's not a piece of cargo left. Evidently, the Sky Bandits managed to make off with it all. At least, judging by the looks of things. At any rate, we should do a thorough investigation of the place. Here's a lift car. It looks like the same type as those at the landing port. The Sky Bandits probably use this to move the cargo. I wonder what this is. It's the orbital engine control panel. It looks like the flow of orbital energy has completely stopped. Yeah, I know. That's why we. That's how me and her found each other on the old Twitch. Brig, they put me at another location for 2 weeks, and everyone was fantastic. And HR found he was in the wrong. He admitted it. But they still wanted me to work under him. Yeah, that's that really sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. That's a real bummer. Brig, he was saying racist, sexist stuff, using homophobic slurs, slamming his laptop on the desk when something didn't go his way. He complained about recently being demoted, talking about looking for a new job, etc., etc. This was day one. Yeah, I would have noped the heck out of there. That sucks. Here's the steering wheel used to pilot the ship. I wonder where the pilot could have gone. It looks like this is the captain's seat. If these were any other circumstances, I would love to sit here. Don't even think about it. It's bright in here. There's a lot of light shining into this place. Brig, yep, it was a small 3-day person office, so I was literally sitting next to him all day, every day. After 3 days, I was like, nah. Yeah, I don't blame you at all. That's a real bummer. Just investigating an airship. Don't mind my constant walking around here. Yeah, it's too bad that couldn't happen for you. Okay, that looks like it. I'm not missing anything, am I? Brig, but I'm excited for this new job. There's lots of traveling possible to Canada, eh? Oh, that's fun. Who doesn't love traveling to Canada? Or living here, you know? Apparently GameStop, so likely also EB Canada soon has the Pokemon Squishmallows. Yeah, we have GameStop in Canada too now. A lot of our EB games have also just been converted to GameStop, so... I feel like they would say like, wow, what did you think about all the things you found? I feel like I'm missing something in here. Okay, talk to that thing. I mean, it's been that way for years. Like a really long time. Like, there's been a GameStop in West Edmonton Mall for at least a decade. If not longer. Definitely longer, actually. I've lived out here for a long time. Okay, talk to this thing. Talk to this thing. Brig, I don't think I've been in a GameStop in a decade. You're not missing much. Remember when you had EB Games in the US and software, etc.? Yeah, EB Games used to, when EB Games was just electronics boutique, those were the days. Witcher Mad Max. EB Games no longer exists. It is now only GameStop. No, in Canada, we still have EB Games. We've got EB Games and we have GameStops in Canada. We have like different versions of EB Games too. There's like EBX and but yeah, like we definitely have EB Games in Canada. But I wish they were Sass. We have EB Games here in Australia too. Yeah, the Commonwealth. Black Rose. Oh, okay. I got it on my wish list. Nice. Tetrium. Oh, I thought all the EB Games have changed to GameStop here in Canada too. Yeah, no, in Edmonton I know of at least like three EB Games near me. Or not necessarily near me, but okay, here we go. Witcher Mad Max. Not me. They got replaced where I am by GameStop. Yeah, we've got there's like the GameStop in West Edmonton Mall is a GameStop. That's of course it is. I'm pretty sure like Kingsway and a few of the standalone box stores are for sure just EB Games. There was an EBX downtown in the downtown mall, but then that just shut down completely. It didn't become anything at all. Space Robot Arm, the local mall where I grew up, used to have both electronics boutique and software, etc., and they were different stores. Those were the days. I miss Funkoland the most, though. Yeah, we didn't have Funkoland here. Or I used to be so jealous of Suncoast. You guys used to have the Suncoast because you could buy anime there. And like we had HMV for many years, which I miss. I miss HMV. They finally shut them down like a few years ago, but there was a very brief period of time where HMV sold video games. Nekomichi, there's still a Suncoast in Oregon. Suncoast was great. Yeah, I remember going to not Fargo, but the other place is kind of bigger in North Dakota. It's not kind of bigger, it's still small, but they had one in there, and I was really excited. Space Robot Arm. Suncoast disappeared just as I was kind of old enough to appreciate it. I bought, when I went to North Dakota, I got a VHS copy of Outlaw Star. Ooh. We checked it over, but it looks like there's nobody inside. There's a high possibility the passengers were transferred to the Sky Bandit's airship, and then to wherever their hideout is. Agreed. This sucks. Right when we thought we had some clues, we're back to zero. Come on, cheer up already. It's not like every clue has completely vanished. Why do you think the Sky Bandits hid the airliner in a place like this? Huh? As far as I can tell, the orbital energy in the ship has completely stopped, which means that the orbital engine was stripped from the aircraft. I know this because the orbital energy in an orbit gradually recharges over time. Furthermore, the Sky Bandits made multiple trips to carry off a large amount of cargo. Captain Giraffe, I'm trying to think of what HMV became here. It's basically kind of the same store, though. Yes, they became Sunrise Records, which was a little Canadian record shop. Sunrise is okay. They are essentially what HMV was, but I feel like it's pricier, and they're much more like stuff now. Yeah, Sunrise is what HMV became here, yeah. Considering the time and risk involved, don't you think it would have been more effective just to take the entire airliner to their hideout? Yeah, that does seem a little odd that they didn't. So why'd they hide the airliner here then? All I can think of is that they did it in order to sort the cargo, move the hostages aboard their own aircraft, steal the orbital engine, keep clear of the Royal Army search party, ditch the Lind because their hideout is somewhere weird. Which one do you think it is? Sass, BRB, shower time. I'll be back soon. Bye, Sass. Is Bismarck, North Dakota where you went? Oh, no. It was great. No. That's too far to the west. It was like Great Falls or Grand something. Started with a G. It was 2 words, and it was like Great Falls or something like that. Wish I could remember the name of it because I went and saw a concert there even once before. Grand Fork, yes. Woo, thank you. Grand Fork. Grand Forks. Sort the cargo, move the hostages aboard their own airship, steal the orbital engine. Okay, I'm probably gonna get this wrong, but whatever. Yes, that's exactly right. From my guess, I would imagine that their hideout is in a slightly peculiar place, maybe 10 to 15 arg in size. In short, a peculiar place on which only a small aircraft like the Sky Bandit's airship could land. Interesting. How about terrain covered with extreme differences in height, like mountains and ravines? That seems like a likely place for the Sky Bandit's hideout. Yes, that's what I've been thinking too. However, if that's the case, then we may be unable to do anything else. There's the possibility that their hideout may be in a place we can't reach by foot.
Then what can we do?
Well, I hate to say it, but we may have to share conclusions with the army and ask for their cooperation, because they're the ones with the patrol ships.
What? Now you're trying to tell us we should go crawling back to the army and ask them for help?
Either way, we still have to report to them about the airliner. Personally speaking, I think that we should cooperate with the army, whatever their attitude may be. Especially if that means bringing the hostages back safe and sound.
I guess you're right. This isn't the time or place to be letting my personal feelings get the best of me.
For the time being, let's get back to the guild and report our findings to Lugren. We should be able to contact the Hawking Gate if we use the orbital telephone. Okay, we did it. Let's get the heck out of here. And I answered the right question. I feel so smart. Uh-oh.
Huh? Well, what the heck?
Great. Now this was something I did not expect. I wonder if we should be glad since they've saved us the trouble of having to contact them. We have found a suspicious armed group. Put your hands in the air, all of you. What is in the world coming to? A woman and 2 kids are the Sky Bandits? Though the girl does look shifty.
Hey now, that's just rude. And who are you calling Sky Bandits? Can't you see the shiny emblem on my chest?
Huh, the bracer emblem, huh? I hope you don't think for a moment something like that proves your innocence.
General Morgan?
Why are you here? After looking over the reports of my men, I found this place to have been insufficiently investigated, so I came to see for myself. Who would have thought the lot of you were conspiring with the Sky Bandits? Might I get you to stop with the accusations, General? We happen to find this place one step ahead of your men. If that's the truth, then why don't you tell me where the Sky Bandits are? Are the hostages inside the airliner? We almost had the Sky Bandits, but they managed to escape. And there are no hostages to be found here. Huh, it looks like the truth has come out. Most likely, you notified the Sky Bandits to let them know we were coming.
Wait a minute here. How about you cut with the crap?
My thoughts exactly. All right, men, take them into custody. Well, what's a JRPG without getting accidentally thrown into prison? The general will be questioning you himself on the morrow. If your innocence is proven, then you will be released in 2 or 3 days. So for the time being, this cell will give you a place to cool your heels.
This is not even funny. Tossing us in a place like this without even listening to a word we have to say?
If the army managed to arrest the Sky Bandits, then I'm sure we'd have our names cleared. But with the way things are at the moment, that may not be possible.
Huh? Why not?
You remember what the Sky Bandit leader we fought in the old mine said, right? He said, "This can't be right. You're not supposed to be here this early," if I remember correctly.
Now that you mention it, he did say that, didn't he? You're not trying to tell me that he meant the army by that, are you?
I don't know for sure, but I would bet that's what he meant. Which means that the Sky Bandits have a mole in the army, or a collaborator who is leaking information. That's what you wanted to say, isn't it, Joshua?
Yeah. Well, if that's the case, they'll never get caught.
which means we were the only ones that stood a chance of nabbing them. But now we're stuck in here. I wonder how your father would get around this little setback. My. Well, don't you all seem to be in a bit of a fix? Huh? Did you just say something, Joshua? No, I didn't say anything. It came from the cell next door. It almost sounds familiar. Oh, how could you say something so heartless? My lustrous voice should be recognizable to anyone. Could this unfounded self-confidence and tone of absurd narcissism belong to? It's you, isn't it, Olivier? You do remember my dulcet chords. To think that we'd meet again in a place like this. It seems that we are bound by destiny. Why are you here? I thought we took you to Bose. And now you're locked up in a place like this? What the heck did you do? Come now, let's not worry about all the little details, shall we? I have my reasons, which are deeper than the deepest ocean and higher than the highest peak. I'm definitely not asking now. I'm sure we just get tired while you talked our ears off. What a coincidence, Estelle. I was just thinking the same thing. So there you have it. We don't really care to know. You talk so much that I'd probably be an old woman by the time you were done, and I'm not ready for wrinkles yet. Ha ha ha, come on now. Let's not be like that. I'll fill you all in on the details of the tragic incident which befell me. Didn't you listen, dummy? We don't want to hear about it. It all began after we parted ways. I did some window shopping in the Bose market and then moved on to the Anta Rose restaurant. You see, once I had eaten to my heart's content, I began to play the grand piano to then feed my artistic soul. And upon doing so, the restaurant manager was overcome by my skill. So I was asked to stay and work as the professional pianist for the restaurant. That's great and all, but I thought you were supposed to be a lutist? Ha! A musical genius is not limited to just one instrument. Anyway, back to my story. After negotiating a few of my own conditions, I accepted the job offer. Those conditions were, of course, food and wine for free every day instead of Mira. I don't know how to put it, but that's very you, Olivier. Yet, I'm not sure how that has anything to do with you getting thrown in jail. Oh, well, this is where the real sob story begins. That night, I had been enjoying a plate of sautéed duck I'd had the chef prepare, but the blood sauce which had been used was a little too overbearing for my palate. Consequently, I began to feel that normal red wine was not satisfying enough. The more you talk, the more I want to hit you. But go on, I'm curious in spite of knowing better. Well, so I borrowed a bottle of wine which seemed good from the cellar, something called Grand Chardonnay from the year 1183. Grand Chardonnay from the year 1183? That's the legendary vintage wine that was auctioned off in the Royal City. Oh, aren't you well informed? I heard a rumor about it too, so of course I was interested in having a little drink for myself. Auctioned off? How much are we talking about here? From what I heard, it went for somewhere in the neighborhood of 500,000 Mira. 500,000 Mira? For just one bottle? That's out of this world. And you didn't, did you, Olivier? Huh, such a needless question. Of course I opened the bottle and had a sip. Its sweet-smelling fragrance tickled my nostrils. Its luxurious, mellow taste caressed my throat. And can you believe what else? A rose-tinted vignette of time and space existed within that very bottle. I don't think I can listen to this any longer. Yeah, my ears are bleeding from listening to such stupidity. I'm completely dumbfounded. The sad thing is that after taking a sip of such excellent wine, I began to feel the food was lacking. And as I was having the chef cook me up something else to match the wine, the restaurant manager returned. Since I'm not a stingy fellow, I cordially invited him to join me for a drink. But for some odd reason, he got rather upset. In fact, he got so steaming mad that his face looked like a ripe tomato. And before I could say another word, a group of soldiers came filing in. And, well, one thing led to another, and I can't say another word about this tragedy of being dragged all the way here without coming to tears. So let us all weep together as you sympathize with my dilemma. Idiot. Pardon? But do my ears deceive me? I could have sworn I heard and even an assuredly misheard idiot coming from your cell. Are you listening? This is where the story gets really interesting. You see, several further trials awaited me after I was brought here. Hello? Are you listening? Well, that was nice. Hey, you three, get up! Man, I'm tired. What's wrong? What? Are you trying to tell us we're being interrogated this early in the morning? That's a little early even for me. No, it's just the opposite. You're being released. Huh? Well, why all of a sudden? Is there a reason for this? Yes, I'd like to consider myself that reason. Mayor Maybell? Well, what an unusual place to be meeting you. I'm really sorry about everything that's happened to you, but don't worry, your names have been cleared. I don't completely agree with everything, but this is a request coming from Maybell herself. You'd better remember to thank her. So you mean Mayor Maybell stood up on our behalf? No, that's not exactly it. I just explained your situation to General Morgan. Our situation? Yes. I have one question for the both of you. Are you really the children of Cassius Bright? Yes, that's right. This is Estelle Bright, and I'm his adopted son, Joshua. I see. Now that you mention it, the girl does slightly resemble Lena. You knew my mother? Yes, I enjoyed your mother's cooking on several occasions when I visited your home in Roland. Why, in fact, we even met once when you were just a baby. Now wait just a minute. You're a personal acquaintance of my dad's? I knew that he was in the military before, but... I don't know Cassius Bright the Bracer. The only Cassius I know is the one from the service. He was a rare strategist. Strategist? Dad? I just can't imagine what he saw in the Bracer Guild. It makes me angry just thinking about it. You'll have to excuse me. What's wrong with him? It seems like your father was a brilliant officer in the military. I've heard from the general that he tried several times to get your father to change his mind about retiring. I didn't know that. Somehow it feels hard to believe. However, if that's the case, the general's hatred for bracers may stem from Cassius leaving the army, from the vexation of being left by one of his most promising men. I get the same impression. So what you're saying is, our lives are such a pain because of Dad? That dirty, rotten scoundrel. How about we return to Bose now? With the airliner being found, the situation has taken a new turn. So there are a number of things I'd like to discuss with you. Oh, sure. Is something the matter? I'm definitely ready to get out of here, but it feels like we're forgetting something. Now that you mention it, what could it be? Oh, how callous people can be at times. How could you forget about a companion who spent the night with you in a cold, hard cell? How lamentable, how pitiful. Fine, be that way. I shall wither away, friendless and hungry, alone in this dark purgatory. Is he still here? Yeah, I completely forgot about him. I'm sorry to say this, but there's not much we can do for you. Is he the musician I heard about? The one who chugged that bottle of Grand Chardonnay without a second thought? Ha! Indeed, that is I. Yet, my fair lass, I would be heartbroken if you took my intentions the wrong way. For you see, I perceived it as an advance payment for the exquisite services that I was about to render. You're quite the interesting character. All right, I'll see what I can do to bargain with the general for your release. Really? Truly? You would do such a kind service for a man such as myself? I think that may be asking a bit much. If the restaurant takes us to trial, there's going to at least be a lawsuit. Well, there's no need to worry about that. You see, the owner of the restaurant is me. Huh? And that Grand Chardonnay was the very one I bid on. That being the case, I'm fairly confident there won't be any other problems over the matter. I can't believe you were released. It's like a stroke of bad luck. Ha ha ha! Please don't lay on the compliments so thick. However, it pains my soul that I partook of such a fine wine without paying a single mira. Shall I play the piano in the restaurant per our contract to remedy that? I think I'm going to have to pass on that. After what happened, I think it might be a bit awkward having you back there. I, for one, don't think he'd mind a bit. Yeah, he sure does seem to have some thick skin. Let's just think of this as an unfortunate incident for the both of us. But I don't think I can just let things go like this. Let's see. It seems like you're investigating something at the moment, right? How about I lend my assistance in return for the wine? Huh? Well, that does sound interesting. Could I ask you to join these bracers in their work? Huh? Could you ever? So it's settled. Let our new working relationship bloom like a magnolia at the height of spring. Hold on a sec. Well, what did we do to deserve this? Your general weirdness aside, simply having an amateur like you around is honestly going to be a pain. Are you confident that you won't be a drag on our work? Or our sanity? Well, I'm somewhat confident in my marksmanship and magic, but of course, I'd be distressed if you tried to list my music genius in the same group. That's the kind of line that gets me really worried. But maybe we could use an extra hand. As long as we can't count on the army to help us out, I have the feeling that we'll be short on manpower. Well, all right then. We'll use you for what you're worth. However, if we do happen to conclude that you're not worth your weight, you're dumped from the party. Are you going to be okay with that? Haha, of course I don't mind. I'd never let you down, so please be reassured. Well, my expectations of you are pretty much at rock bottom anyway, so I know you won't let me down. I'm glad things are settled between you all. But before you go, there's something I need to tell you. Tell us? Actually, the town did seem pretty noisy as we were headed here. What happened? Truth be told, last night, there was a large-scale burglary in Bose South Block. The weapon shop and orbital factory were targeted, as were a number of private residences. Excuse me. What? So, was this the work of the Sky Bandits? It's unknown at this time, but it seems highly probable. A unit of the Royal Army is currently conducting an investigation. I see. We'd better do an investigation of our own then. Yes, I'd like to formally request that you do just that. I'll send a payment over to the guild for the work you've done so far. Please make use of the money for your current investigation expenses. I have a feeling that the army is going to get in our way again, but I guess when that happens, it happens. Whether they get in our way or not, I don't think we should be forthcoming with the army about any information we come across, because if there's really a spy in their midst, they'll just leak it to the Sky Bandits. Though I'm reluctant to say it, I also think it's for the best to keep quiet about our findings. Anyway, let's act with prudence. All righty, my bosom companions. Shall we head to the South Block?
Look, buddy, who made you king of the show?
All right, here we go. More side quests and an investigation time. Let's sort out anything in the manner of the mayor, and then we'll go to the Bracer Guild.
I hear you had a stroke of bad luck. Mayor Maybell received a message from the Bracer Guild about what happened. I guess it was kind of unavoidable, but I'm still ashamed to say it happened.
Well, it was out of our control to begin with, and I can't say that the Royal Army was necessarily at fault either.
Yeah, whatever. And if any of you Sky Bandits can hear me, you just wait until I get my hands on you.
I have a female friend by the name of Murano. Her father was aboard the airliner that went missing. I am sure there are a lot of other people also worried about family members who still haven't returned. There's a high possibility that these burglars and Sky Bandits may be one and the same. I hope this investigation can yield some pertinent information about this group. Got it. Let's find out some pertinent information about this group. I have recommended to the mayor that she take a break from her labors, but she has stated that alleviating the citizens' concerns and bringing back peace to Bose comes first. I couldn't be more happy that Mayor Maybell has matured into such a fine young woman, but I wish she would take better care of herself sometimes. Okay, a mayor's residence should be here. So then that means the Bracer Guild is up and around this way. It's odd to see the border garrison directly involved instead of bracers. I wonder if it has anything to do with the recent burglaries and missing airliner. Fanny says she wants to dine at the Anti-Roast again, but this just isn't a place we can afford all the time. I'm going to have to work a part-time job and save up some money.
Whenever I eat good food, I feel so happy. The much-praised food at the Anti-Rose was beyond my wildest expectations. I'd love to indulge myself there at least once a year.
Hello, Sassy. Welcome back. We've received payment from Mayor Maybell for your investigative efforts thus far. Heck yeah. Okay, what do we got now? Ooh, the stolen ring. Client Lana. I was burglarized the other day and my jeweled ring was found to be among the missing items. It's quite valuable to me, so if anyone happens to find it, please let me know. I live on Bose's South Block. Okay, just one quest. Cool. Hello, hello. Whoa, aren't you? No, I'm sure of it. You're that guy from before. What's up, my good managerial sir? Thank you for the meal last time. Oh my, didn't I have you arrested already? I guess I'm going to have to report you again. Now, let's not do anything brash, my friend. You guys are actually quite blessed. To have an owner with the eyes to recognize the value of an artful man such as myself is quite wondrous, truly. And she is an exquisite beauty, is she not? Like a flower in bloom. The future of Anti-Rose is as bright as a field bathed eternally in the noontime glow of a crisp spring day. I can't believe you defy the owner like that. What kind of manager are you?
Tisk tisk. My stars, whenever a man in uniform shows up, I can't help but think of the past.
been a long road for us. He's annoying. And yes, we do have a new party member. He's something special. Just pushing your goods on me without ever sweetening the pot does not make for successful negotiation. Given the circumstances, I think a discount is entirely appropriate. Oh, I just can't make a deal here. Why can't I close a deal to save my life? Is it my haircut? Bad body odor? Great ideos, do I smell? I'm not sure what to do now. My lovely Grand Chardonnay was downed completely while I was out on break. The owner simply laughed it off, but I do feel responsible for not safeguarding it better. I heard a shrill scream from the manager the other day. The stuff nightmares are made of, that. I wonder what happened this time. I often hear that subdued shriek from him when new staff members arrive, actually, so I suppose there's nothing to worry about. Our prized Grand Chardonnay was drunk in full, free of charge, and the owner seemed not to care at all. She's about my age, so how can she have her head so high in the clouds about this? The manager, by contrast, practically swallowed his tongue. I've never seen anyone turn such an unholy shade of red. Well, I guess such an unnatural color is a pretty natural reaction, all things considered. Poor guy. Nekomichi, Michelle Yeoh won a Golden Globe for Everything Everywhere All at Once. Heck yeah, she did. But I didn't realize the movie is a comedy or musical. I mean, comedy or musical is anything that's not just strictly a drama. And Everything Everywhere All at Once is definitely hilarious. It is absolutely a comedy. But it's definitely a dramatic comedy. Like, it's good. Like anywhere else, this place was reduced to rubble during the 100 Days War. But it was also the quickest to rebuild when it was over. Of course, there's a reason for that. The merchants all got together and pooled their profits to fund the revival effort. Oh sure, Bose merchants all love the freedom to earn and spend at will. But when push comes to shove, we'll band together every time. Jake, what? Me? Everything Everywhere All at Once? It was one of the favorite things I've seen this entire year, and I talked about it forever. I know you're pulling my chain. I'm proud to have lived my life as a Bose merchant. Where did that waitress go? No, not long ago, a very important, very valuable bottle of wine was completely downed by a customer, a non-paying customer, mind you. That was the first time in a while that I've heard the manager let out his special cry of dismay. It's a shriek, really. It sounds just like a little girl, or someone who's been kicked very smartly in the bagpipes. Well, skip up in the Discord. I'm pretty sure I gave it a glowing review there. It was probably, I was elated, enamored. Everything Everywhere All at Once is incredible. Like, I fell in love with it in the theater. I don't care much for soldiers. They tend to be boorish and overbearing. Why must they behave so? Why can't they just act their ages? Of course, I know they're not all like that, but still. I do understand where Marion is coming from, but I find it hard to agree with her assessment. Although they're just soldiers like anyone else, I find the members of Her Royal Highness's personal guards to be most polite and understanding, and probably edited your posts. You know what? Don't you gaslight me here. Looks like the bandits had enough sense to know we'd be a lousy target. Do more harm than good to attack us. There are a lot of larger shops and shopkeepers in the South District, but once the sun goes down, the roads are practically deserted. If we got raided, all they'd find are a bunch of leftover ingredients. And I think only a mouse would be happy with a haul like that. I hear the Southern Shopping District got trashed by bandits. It's all because Bose is rich. You get money, you get robbed. Been that way for as long as I can remember. The ancient dragons that lived before the Great Collapse. It's almost as if they removed themselves from this land of their own volition. Seems my workshop was attacked by the bandits as well. Have they no shame? I'm a bit worried about one of my workers, a man named Nigel. Sure hope he's okay. Whew. In the past, employees worked together in an effort to gain customer satisfaction. But the way young kids think these days sure have changed. In one way or another, things often don't go as expected. Are we talking about Severance? No, but I also love that. You know how much I love Severance. I don't care what the manager says. Today, I'm leaving on time and going shopping. I need to blow off some steam from the last time you made me work overtime. Good night, Black Rose. Rest well. Be safe. Everything, everywhere, all at once. That's what we're talking about. Okay, Mayor's house. Bum. The church is here. Why do military personnel have to be so arrogant? Bracers are much nicer, and that's why I like them. It seems to be rather noisy outside. I wonder if something happened. Although we're trying to conduct worship services in here, it certainly is loud outside. This town never stops being noisy all year long. Captain Giraffe. Oh, I was under the impression you might have talked about it, but I just remember complaints. What? What on earth is this madness, you two? It doesn't look like there's anything in particular on sale at any of these stores today, but this is no time to shirk my duties. This is for the future of my home budget. And who knows, there may just be a bargain in here somewhere. It looks like we've got some members of the Royal Army here in the market. I wonder if there's some sort of trouble. Nakomichi, speaking of movies though, Missing is amazing. The entire movie is done on laptop and phone screens. Right, you were saying it's a spiritual successor to the other one. That's like that. Searching, yes, I really liked that movie. I hear there's some burglaries in the South Block. All of the well-established shops are situated on that street. Meat, vegetables, fish. I wonder what I should make for supper tonight. I've got to think about what to do for a side dish, whether we have to deal with burglars, the Royal Army, or whatever. I wonder if the Queen would ever entertain the idea of making a holiday where we don't have to think about side dishes. There was a bunch of scary men outside. Did something happen? Yeah, I'll have to see. The westward-bound airliner has finally resumed flights. Now I'll finally be able to stock up on vegetables from Roland. All right, now it's time to stock up and sell. Some burglars broke into my house last night. Unfortunately, at that time, only my wife and daughter were at home. Though no harm came to them, they were rather shaken up from the whole ordeal. My wife sent me off with a smile this morning, but I'm still worried about them in the house. The girl working here at the confectionery shop has been looking a little blue recently. I wonder if she's worried about something. I've heard rumors that the army found the missing airliner. I wonder what happened to my fiancé. And what about the other passengers? What's that you say? The city was hit up by some burglars. What a despicable bunch trying to make a profit stealing from others. I sure hope someone hurries up and catches those crooks. Ooh, Liberal issue 3, here we go. Gotta read the news. I sure wish the shop owner would take better care of the antique books. Maybe I should go put in a word or two about that. My mom caught me sneaking into the market and yelled at me. My husband was the one who said, let's start this business to begin with. Then right at the last minute, he shoved everything on me and ran back to the village by himself, leaving me to shoulder the burden. What in the world was he thinking when he cut and ran like that? All right, We could use a work helmet, or we already have one. No one's wearing it though? Someone's wearing it. Let's buy one. I don't know. Whatever. We should have one. Laundry pole, good. Paring knives, fine. Insulating. Yep. Ooh, EP charge. We'll buy 2 of those. Brig, just timed to +11 no coup defensive and got 392 pants. Nice. That's not too shabos. It appears that we've got the army coming and going in here, going here in town now. I can't stand that repugnant group and their pretentious attitudes. Due to airliner flights being cancelled, I've had way more than my fill of shopping. It looks like my husband's about to have a heart attack after seeing how much I bought. It looks like flights have started back up again. Now we can finally head to Rouen. I've really got to start keeping an eye on my wife's shopping habits. Personally, I think people should live a little more modestly than my wife does. Okay, let's, I was gonna read, all right, we're reading the new book. The new, news, actually. Breaking story, the Lind saga continues. Ransom request received. A Royal Army representative reports that the Grancel Liberal Orbital Ship Corporation and Liberal Royal Family alike have received letters claiming responsibility for the Lind incident. The criminals refer to themselves as the Kapua family and demand a hefty sum of money, rumored to be in the millions of Nira, to secure the passenger's safety. Who is the Kapua family? These so-called Sky Bandits are a group of marauders operating from Imperial airspace all the way into the Bose region. Their exact numbers are unknown, but they're believed to be around 24 strong. The need for cooperative efforts. With the incident quickly turning from search and rescue to hostage negotiation, collaboration between the Royal Army and the Bracer Guild seems to be the best possible course of action. When questioned on this subject, a guild representative stated that the relationship between the two parties has seen worse times, but is still less than civil. Given this idealistic divide, a partnership seems extremely unlikely. Bose's mayor, Miss Maybell, has launched an independent investigation through the guild, but still laments that the Royal Army won't share their information. This is no time for jurisdictional disputes, she says. Both parties need to work together. Having inherited the mayorship from her late father at only 21, Miss Maybell is known as a very wise young lady. Whether or not either party will heed her advice, however, remains to be seen. Technology. Enter the Arsael. At long last, this high-speed cruiser takes to the skies. With rigging a whopping 42 Argon length, the pride and joy of the Zeiss Central Factory has finally been completed and transferred into the stewardship of the Royal Guard. Watch out, do-batters. Do-batters. Although not airborne just yet, the Arsael is scheduled for an operational test flight within the next few days, to the excitement of all involved. Due to delays in its orbital engine development, however, only a basic performance evaluation will be conducted at this time. Culture, the 100 Days War Book Review. 10 years have passed since the war, and I'm sure we all remember the endless reports of casualties and destruction, making an objective assessment of events a ludicrous proposition. That's exactly what this book sets out to do, however, by compiling accounts from virtually every possible source to paint a crystal clear picture of what happened behind the scenes and how the war came to be. History demanded a book like this to be written, and on this dubious anniversary, I think everyone should give it a look. Travel, finding the perfect getaway. The Maple Leaf Inn, nestled in the corner of quaint Elmo Village in southern Zeiss, within walking distance of the Republic's borders, is the most luxurious hot springs resort this reviewer has ever seen. Its tranquil Eastern aesthetic, abundant natural springs, and outstanding Eastern cuisine are nothing short of dazzling. But the true reason to visit is, indeed, the soak itself. For you see, the Maple Leaf Inn is renowned for its open-air baths, an understandably embarrassing prospect to some, but those who succumb will be glad they did. Taking in the warm waters while gazing up at the starry sky is truly a breathtaking experience. And best of all, towels are optional. Wow. Gee, I wonder if there's going to be a hot spring scene in this video game. Sassy, I'll be starting my acting course next month. I'm just trying to finish my study before it starts. Nice. Are you excited? That sounds really fun. can't believe these Sky Bandits managed to circumvent our search and just walked right into town and burglarized a bunch of places. We are really outdone this time. It looks like the store was hit by the burglars as well. I guess this isn't the time to be talking about business deals. My factory! My factory and all my goods! They're gone! I've got to report this to either the army or the Bracer Guild ASAP. Now hold on just a minute. If either one of these groups saw what was written in that stolen ledger, yikes, I'd be in a world of hurt. Okay, let's see, Joshua. We're so close, but we still cannot open one. Any new quartz? Nope. Oh, speaking of, is Olivier equipped? Oh no, he's got some room for stuff. EP1, hit 1, attack 1. Oh, let's give him, sure, that looks good. Sassy. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It was hard to do during the lockdowns, but I'm finally getting back to it again. That's awesome. I'm happy to hear that.
Yay! This one turned out really cute. Niall, is this how you wanted this one?
Yeah, sure, something like that. However, we really got screwed. You know that? Huh? Good afternoon. Are you working on another story?
Looks like you two are on the trail of a scoop again.
Hey, it's you kids.
Oh, Estelle and Joshua. Boy, am I glad to see that they let you out of the clinker.
Yeah, I heard all about you kids getting arrested by the army up at the old mine. You certainly had me worried.
Why are you acting like you had nothing to do with it? It was your info that led us to the village.
Hey, now, what kind of face is that? Don't tell me you blame us. Did you go and check out the abandoned mine yourselves?
Yeah, we did yesterday, but it was after you all had already been hauled off.
We could have had a really great shot of your arrest had we been there. It really guts me that we missed such a perfect opportunity for a great shot.
I swear, you people in the news business.
But anyway, I was wondering if you thought this looked like the handiwork of the Sky Bandits. It sure looks like that way to me. It seems that the army is sniffing around for clues, too. But to be honest, it looks like there's nothing to be found here anymore.
I see. That does make things a bit more difficult.
Nope, Dorothy's not a new member. She's just a named character who we'll see a lot.
Well, Mr. Reporter, why don't you let me ask you this then? Do you know from whence the Sky Bandits entered town?
According to witness statements, they were seen leaving through the west gate.
Well, that's awfully strange. The mayor's residence and Bose Market are right through the west gate, and it seems like attacking those two places would be far more lucrative.
When you put it that way, that makes a lot of sense. But if you don't mind me asking, who the heck are you anyway?
Ha, I'm glad you asked. I'm Olivier Lenheim, a wandering bard and gifted musician. I'm sure you've heard rumors about me, right?
Oh, right! You're the guy who drank wine without paying at that classy restaurant. It takes guts to sift such a big bill. It's an honor to meet you, sir.
Haha, you're making me blush. I'm ready for my interview anytime, so don't hesitate to ask.
Wow, really? I'm getting a headache just listening to this crap.
These two are very much alike. I'm not even going to ask how this guy wound up with the rest of you.
That would be for the best.
Sure is, Heatender. Just a long-haired Fabio-style fella. Sassy, can you have up to 5 party members in this game, or is 4 the limit? It's 4, but we do get more party members, that's for sure. Thanks to your shenanigans, the pages of the next issue are going to be filled with some real gripping headlines. Let me know if you get any other scoops. The newest model of camera on display here was stolen. Do you think the Sky Bandits have an interest in photography? Wow, it looks like the burglars made off with nearly everything. I could have sworn that my boss locked up last night. You know, this game is actually only 65 hours on average. It'll probably take us a bit more than that because I talk a lot, but I do all the voices and stuff, but it won't be any Dragon Warrior 7 business here. Damn it! My shop got ripped off by a bunch of thieving criminals. They took off with every last one of my pricey goods, too. Why did this have to happen to me at a time when there are hardly any goods around to begin with? What do we got here? Okay, Olivier's already wearing the good stuff. He probably doesn't have any, gosh, wrong button every time. He probably does not have any, accessories on, so I'll give him some stuff here. Oops. Sass, what's your favorite number of active party members in a turn-based game? RPG, mine's 5. It doesn't really matter as long as the game feels good. Jake, Dragon Quest VII is a really long game. So long that your countdown screen says you're still playing it. I know, it's true. That needs to get fixed. Are you the bracers we heard about? Since the mayor has asked you to look into things, I have no choice but to allow it. Just don't get in the way of the army's investigation. The woman living here said that she had a precious memento taken by these crooks. Oops, me and my big mouth. Let's pretend like I didn't just tell you that. What I mean to say is, why don't you just ask her about it after I get done here? I'm gonna be done here in a minute, so why don't you kids butt out? Oh, fine then. Okay, still talking, that's fine. Probably have to go do some other things first. I was shocked when I heard about the South Block being hit by burglars. Morano's mother was here alone, you see. Fortunately, this house was untouched in the burglaries. But it's at times like this that it makes you feel uneasy when there's no man at home. I'm just glad that Morano brought Simon over to watch the house. Thank you for the hydrate, Captain Giraffe. Ding. Now we've got burglars running amok in the city? I swear, what's happening to Bose? I'm just glad they left this house alone, though I'm baffled as to why. They certainly didn't do their homework on this city. I'm trying to ask a few questions here. Would you mind getting out of the way? Okay, fine. Hey, you there! What? Is something wrong? I thought I'd better give you a word of advice. Even if you are representing the mayor, at the end of the day, you are all still civilians. We cannot have you wandering around here in the middle of our investigation. Who do you think you're talking to? Your advice seems rather more like a threat. I'm just saying you need to know your place. But if you're so adamant about investigating the matter, then do it after we've cleared out of here. If we get any more trouble out of you, then I'm going to have to give you a personal invitation to jail. Forget about it, Estelle. There's no use arguing with these gentlemen. Ha!
For an ass in a lion's skin, you sure know how to throw your weight around, Mr. Soldier.
What did you just say?
May I ask what's going on here? Oh.
Colonel!
For a soldier in the prestigious Royal Army to be threatening our good citizens, that is an outright embarrassment to us all.
But these aren't just civilians, sir. They're members of the Bracer Guild.
Oh, is that so? Then I ask you once again, what is going on here? The army is supposed to be working closely with the guild. What do you intend to accomplish by being rude to our allies?
But as far as the general is concerned...
Yes. That side of the general really concerns me. I'll take over the investigation from here. So please, take your men and clear out.
But sir...
Your men have been here since early this morning, so I presume that a sufficient investigation has been conducted by now. Yes? I'll smooth things over with the general later. Is there anything else you wish me to address?
No, sir. All right, men, pack it up. We're returning to Hawking Gate.
It looks like that's that. It seems that some of our personnel were rather impolite. Please allow me to apologize. I appreciate the gesture, but we made some slightly inflammatory remarks as well, so how about we let bygones be bygones? That suits me just fine. As I stated before, the army is supposed to be working closely with the guild. I think our two organizations working together grants us each the ability to make up for the other's shortcomings. I'm looking forward to any progress you make with this recent series of events. Thank you. We'll do what we can.
He seems like a decent guy.
Yeah, I wonder who he is. Colonel, it's almost the appointed time. Oh, already? Excuse me, but it appears I must take my leave. Oh, but before I do, it looks like I haven't properly introduced myself. I am Alan Richard, a colonel in the Royal Army. If there is anything I can do to assist you, please don't hesitate to contact me.
Colonel Richard? I feel like I've heard that name somewhere before.
Niall was the one who mentioned his name earlier. He said something about him being a sharp, young officer who leads the Royal Army's intelligence division.
Oh, right. Wow, for someone in the military, he sure knows how to listen to others.
Probably in his mid-30s, and he's not hard on the eyes either. He seems like he's more fit to be a politician than a service member in the army.
Hey, you guys! Oh, hey, you guys. Who was that you were just talking to in the black uniform? I could swear I've seen him somewhere before.
Are you trying to tell me you didn't recognize him at all? That was Colonel Richard of the Intelligence Division. You know, the guy you mentioned earlier?
What? You're not pulling my leg, are you?
As fun as that would be, nope.
He said so himself, so I'm fairly confident he is who he says he is.
To think that the legend himself would show up here. We can't wait around here like this any longer, Dorothy. Let's see if we can catch up to him.
Aye, aye, sir. Although I'm really not sure why we're chasing after anyone. Did you see his eyes light up? I wonder if he's going to do an interview or something.
Anyone else in the army would brush him off, but I'm sure the colonel will oblige him.
What's the matter with you, Olivier? You look serious. And I gotta say, I find it creepy coming from you.
I was just thinking about the colonel. I'll be the first to admit that he's quite the specimen of a man. But what? I can say with confidence that he doesn't stand a chance against me when it comes to the ladies. But I'd like to see him try just a little harder. It's no fun without a romantic rival.
Hello, Dream Eaters! How are you doing? It's been a while. What's going on? What's on the up and up?
You just had to ask, didn't you, Joshua?
I'll regret it for the rest of my life. All right, let's see here. Now that the soldiers are gone, how about we resume our own investigation? Let's start by talking to all the people we couldn't talk to earlier.
Good idea.
Okay, so let's return to what we were doing, which is up here. I was putting my son to bed last night when suddenly some masked men kicked in the door and came storming in. I didn't tell my husband because I didn't want him to worry, but my ring, which was for my mother, was taken.
A bunch of strangers came in the house without asking. My mom and I were scared, so we hid under the bed.
You put a switch on your desk and you put glasses on your switch? Well, that's interesting. I thought that lady was supposed to... Okay, we just find it. We can give it to her. I got it. You're a bunch of strangers. Wow. Wow. Rude. Rude. Alright, we talked to this lady and those people already. We gotta talk to this person. You're fine? That's happy. I'm glad to hear that, Dream Eaters. Oh, dear me. Weren't you the bracers who came to ask questions not that long ago?
Oh, right. We did come before.
I'm really sorry I couldn't talk to you then. So what you came to ask about is what happened last night, right? Yes, that's right. Is this a good time for you?
Yes, this is as good a time as any.
It was the middle of the night, you see, when I heard a noise coming from outside. And I, of course, thought it was my husband coming home at such a late hour, so I opened the door and started yelling. But it turned out to be a group of masked men coming out of the Orbital factory across the road. I thought my heart was plumb gonna stop right then and there. Although it turned out the burglars were rather surprised and ran away to the north.
I see. So it was the Sky Bandits, huh?
So what you're saying then is that this house didn't incur a loss of any kind. Yeah, thanks to the mercy of the goddess. Can I ask you another thing? Did your husband coming home late mean that he went to the bar? If it was only that, that would be forgivable. In addition to being a no-good drinker, he's obsessed with this. Cecile raised a hand in a casting motion.
Oh, I get it. You mean fishing, right?
I see now.
That's right. He loves fishing more than life itself. Just yesterday, he said something about catching some smelt and took off to the lake in the south. And on top of that, he still hasn't come back.
Eh?
So what you're saying is he doesn't know anything about the incident?
That's exactly what I'm saying. And when that good-for-nothing husband of mine gets home, he's going to get what for, let me tell you. Hi, honey, I'm home. Ooh, what a day I had. I was fishing patiently all morning, but I have nothing to show for it. Oh, what's this? Do we have guests? Of course it can. So women accept drinking more readily than they do fishing. Got it. You senile old man. My goodness, woman. What kind of fiery tempest has gotten into you? Don't you know it's rude to act like that in front of guests? If anyone's being rude, that would be you. I'm dumbfounded that my own husband can just take off to do what he likes at a time like this. Huh? What do you mean at a time like this? Maybe I should explain. Joshua gave Mr. Kawano a brief explanation regarding the burglaries which transpired the previous night. Burglaries by Sky Bandits? You don't say. Now that is terrible. But to think that they hightailed it out of here after my wife hollered at them is hilarious. I guess they got to experience the Cecile effect firsthand. What did you just say?
Well, let's all calm down now, shall we?
But to think that these Sky Bandits came in the night like they did and then just disappeared like that. I wonder if it has anything to do with what thing he was talking about the other day. He? What do you mean? Oh, right. You don't know him. He is my fishing buddy. He's staying at the inn down the lakeshore to the south of here. If I remember right, he said something about seeing a strange bunch near the place the other night.
A strange bunch?
Now this sounds really interesting. Can you tell us a little more about what you've heard? Sure, I don't mind, but I'm just going to tell you up front that this is all hearsay. From what I heard, he just happened to see them by chance as he was out fishing during the night. He saw them leave by way of the inn's front door and then out onto the road. However, when he asked around at the inn in the morning, it turned out that no one like that had stayed there the night before. Yeah, that is rather odd. So, was there any type of burglary at the inn? No, nothing of the sort at all, in fact. It's quiet there, the meals are great, and it's a place I'd recommend to anyone. But best of all, it's a prime fishing spot. Though there weren't any definitive clues related to the incident, we did manage to hear a few interesting bits. I concur. I especially liked the one that described all the delicious food at the inn. That's not what we're talking about here. Although, I did find the fishing part to be rather interesting. Unfortunately, if there's nothing going on there, then I guess it wouldn't be worth investigating. Actually, I think it's quite the opposite. If someone had been careless and caused a problem, the army would have thoroughly investigated it. Conversely, the possibility of the Sky Bandits appearing where there's nothing happening is rather high.
Oh, well, I guess that's one way to think about it.
And in light of this series of incidents, there's either a spy in the army or the Sky Bandits are a really clever bunch of thieves. It'll be extremely difficult to corner them only by investigating the incidents which have occurred. We'll need to get one step ahead of them by tracking their movements.
I see. So what you're saying is that we should take an offensive stance rather than a defensive one.
Then how about we get going? Off to the beautiful Valeria Lake, extolled in many a rhyme as the Pearl of Liberal.
Sure, let's just finish talking to the folks over here.
But still, I feel like I'm going insane without Trino being here in Bose. We've been fighting since we were kids, so it's weird not having him around. And though he's a business rival, we seem to have this strange sense of solidarity. I'm actually pretty proud of the fact that the two of us built up trade like we have in Bose. Although, I'm sure if he heard this, he'd laugh off the notion. I really hope the city will settle down soon. The stock market's cooling down. At this rate, I'm going to show a big deficit this month on my financial report. And just when I'd beaten out the Trinos last month, too. I wonder when I should tell my parents about wanting to enter the Royal Academy. Unfortunately, right now doesn't seem to be a good time. Okay, I think that's every house and everyone. The lady with the wrong menu. The lady with the stolen ring doesn't really seem to say anything, so I probably just have to find it. Which I imagine if we find the Sky Bandits, maybe it's going to be at their hideout. I hope. So you're headed to the inn on the lakeshore, are you? Well, then all you need to do is follow the new Ansel path by heading south from town. That inn is right there on the shore of Valeria Lake, so you can't miss it. Be careful on your way there. All right, off we go to Valeria Lake. So we've talked to everyone. We're on our way. Nope, went out the wrong way, of course. Alrighty-roo. Okay, and just straight down. Emerald Tower is the other direction, which we don't need to go to.
At least not yet. Oop, hello, monster. Unidentifiable odor. Do you think the monster's farting on poor Joshua?
Take that.
Oops, this guy needs to be hit with magic because he's releasing the wind beast on Joshua. Exactly, Jake. That good old wind beast. Good night, Bootless Pit. Rest well, be safe. We'll see you again soon, okay? So, this is the north shore of Valeria Lake, huh? It certainly seems peaceful and quiet around here. The inn doesn't look too shabby either. I stayed here once before when I was in the area on another job. The wine's great, the rooms are nice. Pretty much what you expect from a place like this. Too bad this isn't a pleasure trip. You mean it's not? I at least intend to toss my cares to the wind for a while. Taking cat naps in a rocking boat by day and filling my belly with food and wine by night. Heaven. This is what a vacation is all about. Come on, everyone. I was just joking. We can enjoy a vacation anytime, but now is the only time we can enjoy taking care of some would-be thieves. Even I, Olivier Lenheim, know enough to get my priorities straight. I don't think there's anything to do with enjoyment or not. Well, whatever. As long as he does his share of the work he's here to do. Let's see if we can find the old man staying here that loves fishing. The guest who said he saw some suspicious individuals here 2 nights ago, right? Could I ask you something? Wow, he's not responding at all. He must be really into his fishing. So this is what a fishing maniac looks like, huh? They seem like a unique breed. Not as unique as you are, that's for sure. The man seems to be concentrating on his fishing. Okay. Pando fact, I actually really like fishing. Like in real life. Welcome to the Kingfisher Inn. Are you all here to stay? Let's see. Yes and no. How should I put it? We're here looking for a certain someone. Is there a guest staying here who loves to fish? For sport or food? I mean, we always ate the fish we caught, but I just like fishing. Jake fact, I've never been fishing in my life. Fair. It's like there are people who go fishing when I don't enjoy fishing with them because it's very much like more of a sport. Like they're like, you know, flinging, like they're casting constantly and reeling and casting and reeling, and it's like super active. But I like when you're just in a boat and you stop and you just kind of float. Yeah, put your lines in the water and eat some snacks, and you sit there with sunscreen and snacks, and you know, wait for something to nibble on your fishing rod, and it's really fun. And then when you do catch something, you're like, yeah, that's right. It's fun reeling it in, right? It is quite enjoyable. Well, Komodo, I heard this Pando gal's pretty cool. Oh, wait, you said awesome and amazing. Thanks, Komodo. How are you doing? What's going on? And do you allegedly have a beer? Yeah, you're not allowed to have booze in your boat, but well, pretty much everybody who stays here loves to fish. We heard he was a friend of the old man who stayed here yesterday. Do you have a clue who that might be? Oh, are you talking about old man Kuano? If you're talking about his fishing buddy, then I think you must mean Lloyd.
Lloyd?
I heard he's a professional angler who came all the way here from the royal city. It seems as though he's a member of the Fisherman's Guild there.
He sounds like a pretty amazing guy. So you're saying that old man fishing out back?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's the one you're talking about. You might be able to get his attention if you call his name out really loud. Thanks, Komodo. What can I buy here? Ooh, look at all these new recipes to learn. I'll have to eat the stuff to finally learn it.
My mother and I come here every year on vacation around this time. It's tradition in our family. My mother seems to look forward to it every time. I kind of feel bad for my father, though, as he always gets left behind.
The one thing we'd always do, too, is we'd always have a shore lunch. So you'd catch some fish, and then you would go find, like, just a rando little island to, you know, stop on. And then my mom would always make, like, a beer batter, little, like, fish lunch for us, and we'd eat a lot of the fish we just caught, and that was always delicious. And then we'd go back out in the boat and fish some more. I had to always go swimming off the rocks, off the island. It was really fun.
The Kingfisher Inn in Bose and the Maple Leaf Inn in Zeiss are my favorite places to stay.
Okay, I think we talked to her already. Sweet. Wow, check out this giant balcony. Sounds like some good family times. It was. It really was. Some real good family times. There are some fishing pole rods propped against the rack. Isn't the music here just pleasant? Oops. Okay, so we've already been in and out of these places, so... Okay, let's go yell Lloyd at Lloyd. Which is funny because that's the name of the main character in the Crossbell duology, Trails from Zero and Trails from Azure, but actually Lloyd the Fisherman also shows up in those games, so... And they actually mentioned, hey, we've got the same name!
Excuse me? Are you the man named Lloyd who's from the Royal City?
Yell at Lloyd Braun? Exactly. Yeah. Wow, he's really focused. He's tuned everything out of his mind but fishing. It looks like this is where my skills come into play. What are you? Just sit back and enjoy. Olivier leaned over and with a smile that left all kinds of things up to interpretation, blew into the man's ear. Oh my goodness! What in the... Who are you kids? And where did you come from?
That was a dirty trick to play on him, Olivier.
Yeah, that was pretty low. How do you do this evening, good sir? We tried calling out to you a moment ago, but we could see that, like a true professional, your attention was fixed upon your task.
You're Lloyd, aren't you?
Yes.
Yes, that's right. But how did you know my name?
We heard from a certain old man about you. Do you have some time you could spare to speak with us? I see. So you heard from Mr. Kawano, did you? Yeah, I saw that strange pair about 2 nights ago.
I knew it.
Lloyd Braun wasn't even selling those computers. He just like ringing the bell. Lloyd Braun, right? What a guy.
Could we get you to fill us in a little more on the details?
Before that, are you all bracers or something? Is this somehow related to some sort of crime? We can't say for sure, but there does appear to be a possibility. Gotcha. In that case, I'll do what I can to help you out. It was the other night when I was out fishing on my boat. I was returning to the inn, dead tired after a day of battling it out with this lake's guardian. It had gotten late into the night, and it was about the time when everyone at the inn was asleep in their beds. Now hold on a minute. What do you mean by this lake's guardian? I'm glad you asked. The guardian is a giant salmon that swims the murky depths of Valeria Lake. It has been the feared king of the waters among fishing lovers for over a decade. Crap, I shouldn't have asked. It looks like you've thrown a log onto the maniac's fire.
Is it really that huge of a fish like you say?
You bet your last mirror it is. I've been chasing the darn thing for the last 5 years of my life. It comes and goes in different parts of Valeria Lake and changes its feeding spots on a whim. I heard from a buddy of mine that it had appeared in these parts, so I came a-running from the royal city. Huh, now that's what I call passion. I can completely understand where you're coming from. Whenever I find something I like, I stop at nothing until I get a hold of it. For example, a bottle of Grand Chardonnay and such.
In your case, steal it is more accurate.
How about we get back to our story? So, Lloyd, what happened when you came back from fishing that night? Oh, right. I had returned the boat and was on my way into the inn when I saw an odd couple head out onto the road from the grounds behind the building. Onto the road? In the middle of the night? Yep, no doubt about it. They headed out onto the new Ansel path. At first I thought they were a group of people visiting from the city heading back home, but it was way too late for something like that, and when I asked at the inn the next day, nobody knew a thing about it. Though I thought maybe I'd seen a couple of ghosts or something then.
Ghosts? There are ghosts that come out here?
Just so you know, the 2 I saw were a young couple. They might have been 2 lost souls who committed a double suicide after not being accepted by those around them.
Aw, don't tell me anymore.
Oh, brother, a bracer that's afraid of ghosts? The guild is doomed. Jake, fun fact, the guy that played Lloyd was a love interest of Counselor Troy in an episode of TNG. Oh, I think I remember him in TNG, Jake. Not to mention her habit of always wanting to hear more ghost stories and other bizarre stuff. Now, isn't your being scared attractive in its own right, Estelle? Not sexy, but cute nonetheless. Like a little kitten shivering in the cold.
You'd better watch out because this little kitten bites.
Well, I was just kidding about the ghost part. But the couple did, in fact, seem to be one with a purpose and a reason. I say this because the girl was wearing some rather odd clothing. What do you mean by that? I only saw her from behind, so I couldn't say for sure. But it looked to me like she was wearing some kind of school uniform.
A school uniform? It couldn't be.
It wasn't from the Genis Royal Academy, was it? Wow, you really know your stuff, kid. You betcha. My niece goes there as well, and it looked exactly like the same as the one she wears. I see. This whole event just got a lot more interesting.
It's her. I know it's that lying tomboy for sure. We're finally onto her trail.
What? So she's an acquaintance of yours? Then while you're at it, tell the 2 of them not to fret and rush into anything they'll regret later on. If my mind isn't failing me, I could have sworn they said something about coming again tonight. Is that true? Yep,
We'll meet back here in 2 days, is what the young man said. His tone seemed rather serious, so I couldn't help but think on it.
Well, that's understandable. We appreciate the valuable information. Just leave the rest up to us. We won't let them get into any more trouble than they already are.
Oh, I see. That's a relief to hear. I feel like a weight's been lifted off my shoulders now. Now that that is off my chest, I feel like taking a boat out and fishing again. Well, there's no time to lose. I'll leave you young'uns to your work.
Man, I don't even measure up when it comes to that fishing net. He mentioned something about a fisherman's guild too. I wonder what kind of group that is. So how is this couple involved with the missing airliner incident exactly? If you don't mind telling me, that is. Well, in a nutshell, Shara explained that they encountered Josette in Roland. I see. That seems to be the person in question, all right. Which means that tonight is the night, huh? Yeah. It looks like we should probably get a room, just in case. We're going to be in for a late night tonight. All right, let's go ask the receptionist about a room. Yeehaw. Ghosts. Will you be staying here with us tonight? Yeah, that's the plan. Hold on, Estelle. If there's anything we haven't taken care of, we better do it now. I don't want to head back to Bose after we've gotten a room. I guess you're right. Not just yet. I'm gonna actually double check about the I'm gonna goggle the stolen ring thing here just real quick so that I don't want to miss it. I just don't like to miss the quests. Let's see. Stolen ring trails in the sky. Okay. So we can't do it yet, which is good. So yes, this is totally fine. All right then, please come with me. I'll show you to your room. This is where you'll be staying. I will leave you here, so please relax until dinner is served. This is quite a nice room. It has a certain atmosphere that you just don't find back in the city. Yeah, it's great, huh? It wasn't that expensive either. What to do now? How about we relax until it gets dark? What a nice idea. I'd be more than happy to do just that, but is it really okay to take it easy? Rest when you can. That's part of a bracer's job too. This is our free time, so let's enjoy a meal, take a stroll, or something else. Wow, what a picturesque view. The entire lake looks like it's glowing. Too bad we can't see the royal city on the opposite shore because of the haze. But from here, it's easy to tell that this is the biggest lake in the kingdom. This lake is like a fisher's dream come true. I bet it'd be a blast to throw a line in those waters. But how about it? It might be a nice change of pace for you. Yeah, maybe I will. What are you going to do, Joshua? Me? Let's see. There's a book I've been meaning to read, so maybe I'll just sit in that chair and relax. How old are you again? Only geezers talk about sitting back and relaxing. Young boys are supposed to get out and move their bodies. I'll leave that part to you. Sometimes you can be such a drag. Oh well, I should hurry up and decide on a fishing spot. Somewhere around that pier looks like it might be a lucky spot for bites. This pier? This pier? What?
Or the far one? Maybe I should talk to everyone first? I don't know. Aren't you going to fish? That pier looks like a nice spot. How about you try too, Joshua? You're not so bad yourself, you know. Just not as good as you. I think I'll just sit here and watch it all if all the fishing practices paid off. Ooh. Gonna get a gym membership soon? Nice. I've got some good fishing today, so please look forward to your meals. Scheherazade and Olivier are having a drink of chilled fruit wine together. Shara, should you start drinking again when it's only noon? No matter how light the liquor is, drinking too much is bad for your health, right? Don't worry, this stuff is just like water. Estelle, sometimes we all need to take a breather. I understand your concern for Shara, but you can leave her to me. Actually, Shara's not the one I'm concerned about. By the way, Estelle, what happened to Joshua? Did he dump you or something? Yeah, actually he did. Really? I invited him to come fishing with me, but he brushed me off for a book. Don't you think it's a little cold-hearted? What, that's it? You had me going there for a minute. I invited Shara for a friendly drink and she readily agreed. It seems as though she's finally been taken in by my charm. That brash self-confidence may cost you your life. Okay. I guess I'll go back and try to fish. There we go. Now we got it. Yes, this spot looks good. This looks good. Definitely the best spot. Hee hee. Now let's see about casting a few lines. Crap, I don't have a fishing pole. I wonder if somebody at the inn has a spare I can borrow. Okay. Let's go get a fishing rod. I wonder if I can use the one upstairs. Oh, I should probably ask someone downstairs. Do you have a fishing pole I could borrow? Yes, of course we do. They're right over there and they're free to use for anyone lodging here. Wow, really? Score! Borrowed progressive rod. This is a pretty nice rod to be loaning out to everyone. All right then, I'll put it to good use. Please enjoy yourself. You've been doing Pilates a lot, but you want to take it to the next level now? I believe in you, Sass. You got this. Let's see. From this pier, which would be the best place to drop a line? The south where the sun is hitting the water. That sounds nice. Right around here looks nice. Come on, fishy, fishy, fishies. Now what should I do about bait? All right, let's sit back and relax and see what we come up with. Sweet, I got a bite. Now this is the critical part. How should I bring it up? All right, let's see what we got. Reeled in holy boots. Curse you, holy boots. This victory is yours. Let's see, what should I do now? Impressive fishing skills. Thank you, thank you. I don't know. It's been a really long time. Okay, the holy boots. Okay, let's try a different spot. These were the shade reaches. Let's try that. You don't have it. It was this big story. No, I don't. I've caught some big whoppers, but like I've never caught anything that was like insane. Just, you know, good big fish. Sass, has anyone actually ever caught a boot in real life, or is that just a fishing cliche in movies? I don't think anyone's ever caught a boot. I mean, I'm sure someone's caught a boot. Like, I've caught like a bunch of seaweed in my time. Like, not seaweed, but a lot of weeds. What a little fishy. Joshua's gonna make fun of me if he sees this. Should I just eat it now to hide the evidence? Let's try. Let's use. Okay, we're gonna go through everything here. So let's try. We did live bait that time. Let's use a lure this time. Eat it raw like Gollum. He'd enter fishing mechanic. Well, plus 100 hour game time. The fishing mechanics in these games actually really, really fun. This is not necessarily a fishing game right here. Now this is quite a catch. Okay, we got something. Corsican, I can't wait till I get to the fishing minigame so I can pretty much ignore it completely. I love the fishing minigame in these ones. Man, it's already starting to get dark. I guess I ended up with a pretty good catch after all. Check this out, Joshua. Look what I caught. Huh? Joshua? What's this? The book 100 Days War seems to have been left on the table. Estelle picked it up. I wonder if Joshua just forgot this. For being so sharp, he sure can miss things sometimes. I guess I'll just have to take it to him myself. Then again, I wonder where he could have taken off to. Yeah, where did he go? So how did your fishing go? If you happen to catch anything good, I'll cook it up for you as part of the service. So you can hold your liquor, can you? I think I've changed my mind about you. Come on now, drink up. Hold on, Shira. Don't you think we're getting a little ahead of ourselves with this pace? It could interfere with tonight's... What are you whining about now? Come on and drink, you third-rate musician. Are you saying that you can't keep up with me? Yikes. Estelle, don't just sit there and watch. Do something. Sorry, bud. When she gets started, there's no stopping her. But you don't have to worry. Sharon never gets plastered. Shouldn't you be worried about me? Things are starting to heat up in here. Maybe I should just strip down naked. If you take off anything else, we're really going to be in trouble. Is she always like this? Whenever she's on the job, she manages to behave herself. But when it comes to having a drink, even my dad can't keep up with her. Is that the case? At any rate, I'm kind of interested in seeing her go wild, or am I going to pass out from the drinks first? Hey, Alpha. I know, scandalous, right, Jake? Our dishes use fish purchased straight from the fishermen themselves, so you can always look forward to the freshest of fish. Okay, well now we checked on those folks. Let's go find Joshua. I don't think he's up here, but... I'm guessing he's on the pier where we talked to the old man before. Hey there, laddie. Alpha, remember when pretty much every RPG had some kind of fishing minigame or side quest or something in it? Heck yeah, the Trails games still do. It's really fun. What are you doing whittling away the evening in a place like this? Not much. How about yourself? Are you done fishing or are you heading back into battle? No,
know I've already had my fill. It sure has been a while since I did, though. Oh, that reminds me. Estelle held out the book she found on the table. You said you were going to read, but you ended up leaving your book on the table. You should be more careful with your stuff. Oh, that. I actually finished reading it. My eyes are starting to feel a bit tired, so I thought I'd take a walk for a change. Liar. What? You're hiding your feelings again, aren't you? I can tell that's what you're doing. And besides, that's not really fair. You always find a way to cheer me up when I'm feeling down. And while I may not be as reliable as Dad, I can still give you a shoulder to lean on. Sorry. It's times like these when you should say thank you and not apologize. You may be smart, Joshua, but sometimes you don't seem to know what's most important. You're probably right. Thanks, Estelle. Very good. Now that wasn't too bad, was it? Oh, right. And in return, how about you play me a song on your harmonica? As you wish. Is The Whereabouts of Light good for you? Yep, that's the one I wanted to hear. Huh. I wonder why it is that when I hear the sound of your harmonica in the evening light like this, it makes me want to cry. So you're still not going to ask? About my past, I mean. We promised, remember? You were going to tell me when you felt like it, and I wasn't going to ask, right? And considering that 5 years have passed, it doesn't seem like such a big deal anymore. Yeah, it has been 5 years, hasn't it? How can you just live with me for that long and not have a million questions? That day, your father came home with this beat-up kid. Some random stranger who never says a word about his past. Why'd you take him in like that? Well, it seemed like the obvious thing to do. Besides, you're family now, Joshua. And like I said before, I know you pretty well. You love books, you're a weapons geek, and you've got a serious knack for just about anything that comes your way. You're kind and fair, and you've also got a way of not letting others inside by using politeness as a shield. Now, wait a minute. And you're caring and lonely. Of course, I don't know everything about your past, but if you want to make comparisons, I don't know a whole lot about Dad's past either. But it doesn't mean that he and I aren't family, right? Being a family for us has more to do with me knowing his personality, his habits, the food he likes. You know, the kinds of things that only I would know firsthand. And you're no different, Joshua. You make it nearly impossible to argue with you. You know that? It's been like that since the first time we met. And you gave me that flying kick to the gut as I was lying in bed. Wounded, I might add. Did I really do that? Yeah, injured and all, more than once. I'm sure it was just a bit of childish play. Blame Dad for my lack of social graces. Yeah, sure, nice excuse. But anyway, Estelle? What? Let's make sure we solve this whole airliner mystery. I don't know if Dad's been captured or anything, but let's resolve this with our own hands. Sure. That's exactly what I intend to do. How about we head back to the inn? I'm sure supper is ready by now. Great idea. I'm starving. We need to eat our fill so we're ready for tonight. When are they gonna, kiss?
Well, don't hold your breath. Okay, and on that note, before things get real exciting for us over here, I think that's what we're going to call it tonight.